What is up, awesome people of the internet? Guys, welcome to the new setup. I had a stream earlier today as we talked through the Atlanta Dream versus the Connecticut Sun in a game that the Connecticut Sun looked like they was going to hold in there, but ultimately they got beat pretty badly. But in this stream, we're going to talk through the Chicago Sky versus the LA Sparks. The LA Sparks has already got a win in the win column already, and the Chicago Sky are still trying to do that. This is a team that has been plagued with turnovers. This is a team that averages about 21 turnovers a game, and 25% of their possessions have ended up with a turnover. This is a team that turnover fest all day long, the Chicago Sky. Can they make something happen against the LA Sparks? That is the big question that we are asking, and we'll see ultimately what happens, guys, as we go through this game. I got this new setup. I fixed the audio, I think. So, guys, let me know in the chat if the audio sounds better. Let me know in the chat if the audio sounds better, but I think it does. I think it does sound better. I think I figured out the levels and whatnot. But we'll see what the Sky are able to do. There's a huge question mark about how effective this team can be. Again, they are trying to get their first win of the season. They're trying to do it. And for the occasion, I decided to wear my Chicago Sky shirt. For the LA Sparks, we have Sarah Ashley Barker, De'Erica Hamby, Azare Stevens, Kelsey Plum, and Odyssey Sims. Rickea Jackson is still out for the squad. For the Chicago Sky, we have Kia Nurse, Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, Ariel Atkins, and Courtney Vandersloot. No change in the Chicago Sky starting lineup. Now, I had a suggestion about changing out Kia Nurse and inputting in Beck Allen. That change has not happened. We'll see how this goes throughout this game. Do I anticipate the Chicago Sky to win this game? No, I don't. I think that the LA Sparks will ultimately end up winning. As a fan, do I want the Sky to win? Of course. But do I think they will? No. Rickea Jackson is out with a concussion. Cameron Brink is still out with the ACL injury. Haley Van Lith is questionable with an ankle injury, and Mariah Jefferson is out with a leg injury. Okay. And we also have other games that are happening right now as well. I do have those games on the screen if you all are curious about how those are shaping up. But yeah, let's get to it. We are in LA, which means I am at home watching the Chicago Sky game as the Chicago Sky tip off. All right, tip off has happened. We got Kelsey Plum gets the basketball, tries to throw it inside to Azare Stevens, and the ball was knocked out of bounds. Good job by the Chicago Sky. We'll see what they're able to do. LA baseline out of bounds. Odyssey Sims gets it to De'Erica Hamby, who misses the shot. She gets her own rebound. Passes off to Azare Stevens. Azare Stevens gets LA in the scoring bucket early. 2-0 LA. Courtney Vandersloot with the basketball. She gets the screen from Camila. Gets a hedge. Ball goes to Ariel Atkins for the three. And there is a foul on the floor. Looks like that is a foul on Sarah Ashley Barker, her first foul of the game. I do actually like this first play for the Chicago Sky. We see that the Chicago Sky made a play directly for Ariel Atkins to get her involved early. Smart. This is someone who has not been that active, I would say, on the year so far in terms of her play. And it's good that they are getting her active early. All right, she made her first free throw. Makes her second. She does have one more because Sarah Ashley Barker fouled her on a three-point shot. All right, again, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. We are talking through the Chicago Sky versus the LA Sparks. Ariel Atkins made all three of her free throws. Sarah Ashley Barker with the basketball. Goes baseline. Passes out to Odyssey Sims, who passes it down to De'Erica Hamby. De'Erica to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum back to De'Erica, who misses the layup. That was such a fantastic give-and-go play, but unable to finish it off. Ariel Atkins ended up turning over the basketball, tried to get it to Camila Cardoso. Ball ends up with LA. They missed the shot. Chicago Sky with the basketball again. Kia Nurse has it. Passes down low to Camila Cardoso, who was too far underneath the basket, ends up hitting the bottom of the backboard, and the ball goes up to Sarah Ashley Barker, who misses the layup, but she does get fouled. That is a foul on Kia Nurse. A whole bunch of terrible basketball that we just saw. It was a bad sequence from both teams that we just saw. We'll see if both teams can kind of clean this up. You don't want to miss easy buckets at the rim. You don't want to miss it. De'Erica Hamby missed it on one end, and then Camila Cardoso comes on the other end and misses an easy bucket as well. You got to get it. You got to get it together. You got to get it together. Sarah Ashley Barker makes her first free throw of the game. We are all tied up 33. 3 Chicago, 3 LA. Who do y'all have winning this game? Let me know in the chat. Who do y'all have? Sarah Ashley Barker misses her second free throw, and Courtney Vandersloot has the basketball. Courtney, guarded by Odyssey Sims. She calls for the screen. She gets the screen. Ball goes to Ariel Atkins. Atkins, guarded by Sarah Ashley Barker. Atkins gets the screen. Camilla wide open. She gets it to Angel, who misses the layup, gets her own rebound. Angel, yes, finally, she makes it. So, yes, she misses the first one, which you got to make it the first time. But she gets her own rebound, and this time she makes the shots. So, Angel is on the scoreboard early. Hopefully, this means that she's going to be more efficient in today's game. Hopefully, that's what this means. But I do like her getting the rebound, moving her position, and actually looking at the basket to get a good shot. Kelsey Plum with the basketball to inbound it. She gets it to Odyssey Sims. Back to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey gets to the rim and a finger rolls it in. Kelsey Plum is going to have herself a night tonight. I'm just telling y'all. She's going to have herself a night. Courtney Vandersloot gets to the rim, misses the shot, but Camila Cardoso is cleaning it up on the boards. She gets the layup to go. So both of your post players have scored, as well as your main scorer, as Odyssey Sims ends up getting a mid-range jumper. Courtney Vandersloot with the basketball. She gets a screen, but a strong hedge by De'Erica Hamby. That was nice. Ball goes to Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse looks for Ariel Atkins. Ariel Atkins misses a mid-range jumper. Kelsey Plum with the basketball. Kelsey gets a screen. Kelsey stops, passes out to De'Erica Hamby for 3. De'Erica Hamby. Very nice shot for her. Very, very nice shot. Kia Nurse with the basketball. Here's the thing. I am loving the way that this LA Sparks team is hedging on these screens. Every screen we've seen so far, that very high screen that the Chicago Sky have set, we have seen the post players hedge out to prevent the guard from being able to turn the corner and make an easy play. Very, very smart for the LA Sparks so far. We'll see if they continue that as the game goes on. Angel passes down low to Camilla. I thought she may have got fouled. No foul was called. De'Erica Hamby with the basketball. Did De'Erica Hamby push Ariel Atkins in the back? Ball goes to Sarah Ashley Barker. You better do your thing, girl. 3-point bucket for Sarah Ashley. She is really getting comfortable. Initially, when she first started, I was like, Sarah Ashley, I don't know if I like you as a starter. But she's grown in confidence over the 3 games so far that she's started for. She is in the starting lineup because Rickea Jackson is still out with concussion protocol. Missed shot by the LA Sparks. Kia Nurse with the basketball. Kia Nurse tries to do a spin move, goes right into De'Erica Hamby, and De'Erica Hamby ties it up. Jump ball. De'Erica and Kia Nurse. All right. Jump ball. And LA controls. Odyssey Sims with the basketball. To Kelsey Plum. Back to Odyssey. Sarah Ashley gets a screen. Sarah Ashley goes baseline, tries to throw it up to Azurá Stevens. The ball was stolen by Angel. She gets to the Kia Nurse. It's Courtney Vandersloot. E. Will is posting up. E. Will's in the game. E. Will gets the bucket inside. I like it. I like it. I like it. Kelsey Plum. Oh, no foul was called. Look, she got knocked down. De'Erica Hamby with the basketball. Gets to the Azurá Stevens in the corner. Azurá Stevens misses the shot. Rebound goes to Kia Nurse. Ball goes to Courtney Vandersloot. Courtney, another strong hedge by the defenders. Very, very smart defense by LA. E. Will to Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse tried to do the slip pass to E. Will, but the ball was read by De'Erica Hamby. She gets the steal. De'Erica to Kelsey Plum. To De'Erica. And we have a foul on the floor, I believe. Foul on the floor. And guys, again, welcome to Quita Loves Sports. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel, guys. As you all can see, a different setup for this stream, because I wanted to be more comfortable when I did these live streams, especially when I'm like streaming for like 2+ hours as I watch these games. Standing up is not necessarily the vibe. So I was like, you know what? Let me get a sitting setup. Let me get a setup that allows me to sit and be comfortable, but also be able to watch as many games as possible so I can, talk through them with you all. So yeah, hopefully you all like this setup. And again, guys, if you all have feedback of like changes you all are like, you want to make, you're like, hey, change this out or whatever, let me know. I am very much open to feedback, because at the end of the day, this is not a finished product. I will continue to make changes as we go through. Like earlier today, we had some issues with the stream in terms of the audio, and so I was able to fix that. So hopefully the audio sounds a lot better. But we are in the first quarter. We have 4 minutes and 53 seconds left to go in the first. The score is LA 13. Chicago Sky, 9. Pretty decent start for the Chicago Sky. I do like the fact that they went straight to Ariel Atkins to start off this game. She did get fouled on a three-point shot. She made all 3 of her free throws. And we have seen Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese get in on the action as well. Also, E. Will has 2 points as well. So your post players have scored already, and your number one shooter has scored already for the Chicago Sky. So good start for this team. Now you just need to buckle down a little bit more on defense and start to get more looks in the paint. For the LA Sparks, I mean, this is a team that has a lot of options, but the thing that surprises me the most, the thing that I am most happy about, is the fact that Sarah Ashley Barker is already leading this team in scoring right now with 4 points. Now, of course, game just started. We've barely seen anything, but I do like the confidence that Sarah Ashley Barker has. I love it. I think she was a great player at Alabama. And I do like her with the LA Sparks. I think initially when she first got the assignment to start, I didn't really like her. I was like, come on, like I didn't really like the way she was playing. Like she seemed a little timid. Now it seems like her confidence is getting there, and Sarah Ashley Barker is doing her thing. She does have 4 points so far. De'Erica Hamby has 3 points as well. Azurá Stevens with 2, and Kelsey Plum with 2. We have Hailey Van Lith, who is listed as questionable for today. She is dealing with an ankle injury, so we'll ultimately see whether or not she plays. I'm not sure if she's going to play in this game. Mariah Jefferson is for sure out of this game, but there's a question mark around Hailey Van Lith. Justin says audio sounds good. Awesome. Janera says, Marsh is a struggle. Bring back Teaspoon. I mean, definitely a team is not going to admit that they're wrong and bring back a coach that they just fired. So I think that's not happening, I think. Anyway, jumper for, what was that? Who's that? Was that Odyssey Sims? Ends up missing the shot. Chicago Sky with the basketball. Courtney Vandersloot bringing it up. Rachel Banham is in the game for the Chicago Sky. Rachel with the basketball. She gets it to E. Will. Elizabeth Williams barrels to the basket, misses the shot. Rebound goes to De'Erica Hamby, who is pushing it. Gets it to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey gets the screen to De'Erica Hamby. Hamby to Odyssey Sims. Odyssey Sims passes out to Sarah Ashley Barker. Sarah Ashley Barker for 3. I was about to go crazy if she made that. She missed it. Rebound goes to Courtney Vandersloot. Courtney Vandersloot tries to get it to Angel, who could not handle the basketball. The ball was poked out of bounds by Odyssey Sims. And it is staying Chicago basketball. All right, Rachel Banham to Angel. To Elizabeth Williams. To Rachel Banham. Pump fake. She puts it on the deck. I'm sorry, that was Courtney Vandersloot. My bad. Sarah Ashley Barker with 2 fouls in this game. 2 early fouls in this one. Tony says this guy's missing, quote unquote, missing Kennedy more than Teaspoon. Yeah, I agree. Agree. All right, Kia Nurse with the basketball. Gets it to Angel. Angel backing down De'Erica Hamby. Oh, good move, Angel. And she makes it on the first attempt. All right, girl. All right. Good shot by Angel Reese on the post. Kelsey Plum with the basketball. Kelsey to De'Erica Hamby. Oh, good defense by the Chicago Sky. What a 1-2 defensive punch between Angel and Courtney Vandersloot. I like that. Keep it up, Chicago. Keep it up. We got 3 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The score is 13 LA, 11 Chicago. Kia Nurse, mid-range jumper. She misses, but she does get fouled. She gets fouled on the shot, and she will head to the line for 2 shots. I like the aggressiveness. I like the aggressiveness for Angel. I like the concentration from her to start this game. I like it. Oh, actually, no. They said that foul was on the floor, not in the motion of a shot. So, Chicago Sky took it out of bounds. Ball goes inside to Elizabeth Williams. Elizabeth Williams, fantastic pass to a cutting Courtney Vandersloot. That is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you do it. Kelsey Plum with the basketball. Finds Leatu King, I believe that is, who gets the bucket to go, the mid-range bucket. I like that. Rachel Banham goes for 3. Rachel Banham, missed the shot. Rebound. Was that Julie Allemon? Gets it to Azurá Stevens. Azurá Stevens to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum, ball goes in and out. Mercedes Russell gets the rebound. She misses the shot on the first try. She gets her own rebound, and she tries to back up again, and she is fouled by Elizabeth Williams. Yeah, that was they're showing a replay of the E-wheel to Courtney Vandersloot cut and shots. That was very, very smart basketball. Here's the thing with the Sky. The Sky have had an issue so far in this season about not moving. This is a team that doesn't move a ton on the offensive end, and we're seeing some movement today, which is really, really good for the squad. We'll see how this continues. Again, thank you all so much for rocking with me. My name is Quita, and you are rocking with Quita Loves Sports. I do live streams throughout the season just to talk through these games, do a play-by-play, and just give you all my musings, my thoughts as the game goes on. Beck Allen is in the game for the Chicago Sky. She has the basketball. She gets it to Courtney Vandersloot. Courtney Vandersloot gets a double screen, turns the corner. Courtney Vandersloot lays it up and in. Nice job, Courtney Vandersloot. I like that. Julie Allemon with the basketball. Gets it to Mercedes Russell to Kelsey Plum, who gets the ball stolen. Kelsey Plum is also another person who has dealt with turnover issues, that's for sure. Ball goes inside to Angel Reese. Angel misses the shot on the first try, tries again, but is called for the offensive foul. Yeah, that was a foul. She was like, boom. Yeah, that was a foul. That was a foul. Good call by the refs. Cheryl says, thanks for the play-by-play. I'm at work and can listen. Appreciate you. Well, thank you. I'm happy this is helpful for you. De'Erica Hamby makes her first free throw. Because the Sparks are in the bonus, so they're going to be shooting for the remainder of the fouls. De'Erica makes both of her free throws. Courtney Vandersloot gets the ball to Angel to take it up. Point forward, Angel. Gets it to Rachel Banham. Banham to Courtney Vandersloot. Vandersloot behind the back. Vandersloot gets it to Elizabeth Williams. Back outside to Courtney Vandersloot. Courtney Vandersloot for three. She misses the shots, and there is a foul on the floor. I think that might be on, is that on Azurá Stevens? Or I'm sorry, Mercedes Russell, I'm sorry. That was on Mercedes Russell. Azurá Stevens is not even on the floor right now. That foul was on Mercedes Russell, fouling Angel on that attempt at a rebound. And Angel is going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Angel makes her first free throw. Emma Cannon comes in the game for the LA Sparks. Angel for a second free throw. She makes it. Nice. All right, Julie Alleman brings up the basketball. Good pass to Emma Cannon, but Emma Cannon tries to pass it back out to Kelsey Plum. Ball was stolen. Courtney Vandersloot with the basketball. Pick and roll action between Courtney and Angel. Angel passes it out to Beck Allen for a 3-point shot. She misses. Rebound goes to Leah King. Leah King, guys, remember she is working on a hardship contract right now. She is with the team for the remainder of the season. And again, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. She was ready to go. And, yeah. Mercedes Russell misses the shot. LA gets the rebound. Julie Alleman has it, goes for a 3-point shot. Julie Alleman misses the shot. Angel saved the ball, tried to throw the rebound out to Courtney Vandersloot, but the ball was stolen, and LA gets an easy layup. Rachel Banham with the basketball. Time is winding down. 13 seconds on the shot clock. On the game clock, I should say. There's a slight discrepancy between game clock, shot clock. Courtney Vandersloot gets fouled. It's a blocking foul. And that is a foul on Emma Cannon, I believe. And Courtney Vandersloot is going to head to the line for 2 shots. That's why you should not be fouling at the end of a quarter. It's always a disaster because you rack up a foul and get a awesome opportunity for the other team to score some more points. You definitely don't want that. Courtney Vandersloot makes her first free throw. Sloot makes both of her free throws. We got 6 seconds left to go. Julie Alleman with the basketball. Julie takes it inside, and it is a jump ball. Good job, good defense on Angel to get her hands in there without fouling. So we got a jump ball with 1.8 seconds left to go in the quarter. Jump ball between Angel and Julie. All right, looks like there was some sort of error or something with the jump ball, so they're going to attempt it again. Angel gets it to Courtney Vandersloot, who cannot get the shot off before time expires. But we have reached the end of the first quarter. I would say overall, really good quarter. Really good quarter. The score is 21 LA Sparks, 19 Chicago Sky. So from a Sky perspective, I would say this is a good quarter because the Chicago Sky did what they needed to do, meaning that they got various players involved in this game early, which is very, very good. LJG says petition to get Quita a playback sponsorship. That would be awesome. Somebody want to sponsor this? Let me know. Let me know. Kelly says, too legit to quit. Too legit to quit. Again, guys, 21-19 at the end of the first quarter. Again, very, very good, in my opinion, quarter for the Chicago Sky. Again, you get a little bit of everybody involved. Angel, still not the most efficient, but she's 50% right now. Missed 2 shots, made 2 shots. So she does have 6 points so far right now. Her and Courtney Vandersloot lead the charge for the Chicago Sky. For the LA Sparks, it is De'Ara Canby who is doing her thing. Her and Sarah Ashley Barker have both 5 and 4 points respectively. For the LA Sparks, I am looking to see them get Kelsey Plum on the run. Can you have Kelsey Plum run off of a couple of screens and get her a really good look from the 3? Those are some of the things I want to see. Yes, you want the ball. You want your best player, in my opinion. Their best player is Kelsey Plum. You want that player to be involved early. And so far, I mean, Kelsey Plum hasn't been that involved in this game so far. She is 1 of 3 from the field right now, but you want to get her on the run, running off a couple of screens, and then giving her a good look that way. I do want to see the LA Sparks run some plays specifically for Kelsey Plum, because I think that'll open up a whole bunch of stuff. If you can get some good looks for Kelsey Plum, I think it makes things a lot easier for the post players for the LA Sparks, including De'Ara Canby. But good game so far. Jessica says Cardoso not playing. Camila Cardoso is playing. However, we did see a very, very early substitution. Very early substitution for where Camila Cardoso, she started the game, but she did come out early. And Elizabeth Williams has been played the rest of the first quarter. So I was a bit surprised that he made a sub that fast for Camila, but Camila did play in this game. She has gone to the bench early though. Laner says, meanwhile, Seattle is destroying the Aces. Yeah, guys, this is 1 of 3 games that are happening right now. I tried to get the other 2 games on the screen. For some reason, one of them is not showing, so my apologies on that. But there's other games happening. Seattle is dominating against Vegas, 39-24. Beck Allen goes for a nice 3-point bucket. Okay, Beck, you better do your thing, girl. Do your thing. Azarae Stevens goes for a 3-point shot. She misses. Camila Cardoso gets the rebound. I like that. And we have Angel on the bench. Camila in the game. Smart. Ariel Atkins goes for a quick mid-range jumper. Good job for her. And the Chicago Sky are up by 3 points. 24-21. Julie Alleman with the basketball. Gets it to Mercedes Russell. That should have been a moving screen. Mercedes Russell screens twice for Odyssey Sims. Gets it to Sarah Ashley Barker, who is dealing with 2 fouls right now. She has to stay out of foul trouble. Julie Alleman gets a screen to Odyssey Sims. Passes it down low to Azarae Stevens. And Azarae Stevens does not realize the shot clock was going down. Shot clock violation for the LA Sparks. Good defense for the Chicago Sky. Right now for the Chicago Sky, we have a pretty good lineup, I would say, in the game so far. We have Camila Cardoso, Rachel Banham, Michaela Onyenwere, Beck Allen, and Ariel Atkins. Beck Allen goes straight to the lane for the layup. I like that. I like it. Really good lineup for the Chicago Sky, and a really good start in the second quarter. Adjustments and players on the court, like personnel wise, has been a question mark for Tyler Marsh, and I do like what he's done so far. We do have Azurá Stevens, who hit the mid-range jumper. Beck Allen with the basketball. She's guarded by Sarah Ashley Barker. She gets a screen. Again, nice hedge by Mercedes Russell. Ball goes to Ariel Atkins. Ariel gets it inside to Camila Cardoso, who makes the bucket inside. Nice. That's exactly what you want to do. Sarah Ashley Barker with the basketball. Passes out to Julie Allemand. Julie, guarded by Rachel Banham. Julie to Sarah Ashley. Sarah Ashley, back to Julie. Julie has to go for a long three-point shot. She misses. The reason why she had to attempt that is because the shot clock was winding down for the LA Sparks. Again, really good defensive possession for the Chicago Sky. Michaela Onyenwere tries to slip past the basketball to, Ariel Atkins tried to slip past the ball. Ball got stolen. Sarah Ashley Barker with the basketball misses the shot. Azurá Stevens gets the rebound, and it swarms. She gets the basketball to Odyssey Sims, who gets the layup up and in. That was nice. That was really nice. Ariel Atkins with the basketball gets it to Camila Cardoso at three-point line. Camila gets it to Beck Allen with another three-point bucket. Told y'all she need to be starting. I'm just saying. She needs to be starting. All right. Julie Allemand with the basketball. She gets it to the rim, and she was right up against Camila Cardoso. And when you have a big player on you, drive to the basket. You're going to be faster than them, and you are going to have an opportunity to get fouled as well. So, good job. Good decision-making by Julie Allemand. Julie at the free throw line makes her first free throw. And we have some substitutions coming in. Beck Allen and Rachel Banham goes to the bench. Kia Nurse and Courtney Vandersloot come in the game for the Chicago Sky. Julie makes her first free throw, or second free throw. Courtney Vandersloot with the basketball. Gets to Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse passes out to Michaela Onyenwere. Michaela loses control of the basketball, passes back out to Kia Nurse. Kia to Courtney Vandersloot. To Ariel Atkins, and a moving screen by Camila Cardoso. Is that her second foul? Is that her second foul of the game? Camila Cardoso with the foul. Odyssey Sims with the basketball to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey back to Odyssey. Odyssey passes down low to Dearica Hamby. Touch pass to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum, nice find to Azurá Stevens. Wow. Okay, PG Kelsey Plum. That was a very good find. And in miscommunication by the Chicago Sky, they get lucked out by the LA Sparks touching the ball last. We have a timeout on the floor. When we come back, the Chicago Sky will have the basketball. The score is 31 Chicago Sky, 29 LA Sparks. I do enjoy this lineup I do like some of the lineup changes that we're seeing from the Chicago Sky. I think it's pretty good. Initially we saw Angel and Camila on the court at the same time, and then we saw Camila go to the bench. Angel started to score a little bit. Then we see Angel go to the bench. Camila comes back in, and Camila just has room to work. And I actually think that this is a good possibility for the future of the Sky. I want to see more of this in the future as, yeah, sure, whatever, have them both start. But I want to see each one of them being able to be highlighted on the court at different times. So I like that. And we'll see how and if that continues as the game goes on. But overall, the Chicago Sky are looking better on both offense and defense. Now, is there a talent difference between the Indiana Fever, the New York Liberty, and the LA Sparks? Yes, there is. Yes, there's a talent difference. But also, even with the talent difference in mind, this is a slightly different Chicago Sky team in the way that they're running their offense. They're doing a lot of ball screens. We're seeing a little bit more movement on this team, and we're also seeing this team hunker down a little bit more on defense. Now, again, talent difference, absolutely talent difference between LA and the other two teams that we've seen them play. But I would say good job so far. Really good job so far. What do y'all think? I'm curious to hear what you all have to say about this game. What do y'all think? Mike says, plum dizzle for shizzle. Janera says they can be highlighted with decent passes from their guards. And also said, and Jessica says the rotations are working. They are. Again, talent difference, sure. Gotta admit that. But the rotations, I think, are working better. I gotta agree. Tony says Plum needs to come out of Wilson's shadow. I mean, this is her team. This is her team now. So she's looking to make her voice known. All right. We do have the starting lineup back in the game, meaning both Camilla and Angel are on the floor at the same time. All right, Camilla to inbound the basketball. Gets it to Courtney Vandersloot. Courtney to Kia Nurse for a three. Misses. Rebound goes to Angel. Angel finds... Angel tried to find Courtney Vandersloot, but the pass off the rebound was a little bit too high. Unfortunately, Courtney Vandersloot is not 6 foot tall. Unfortunately, she is not 6 foot tall. De'Erica Hamby with the basketball. She gets it to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey, give and go to De'Erica Hamby. Fantastic job there. And I think that may have been a foul on Camila Cardoso, which would be her third foul. Wow. I love that give and go. I love it. That was nice. And Camilla is going straight to the bench because that is her third foul. Elizabeth Williams comes back in the game. De'Erica Hamby misses her free throw, gets her own rebound, tries to get the putback, misses that. Rebound goes to Ariel Atkins. Atkins gets a screen. Gets another screen. Ariel Atkins goes for the mid-range jumper, and she gets it. The reason why she gets that is because we did not see the LA Sparks hedge on that last screen, which is why it left Ariel Atkins with the pretty doable shots from the mid-range. De'Erica Hamby with the basketball. Passes out to Odyssey Sims. Odyssey Sims for the three-point shot. Odyssey Sims. 3-point bucket. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Angel with the basketball. Makes a move. Misses the shot. Gets her own rebound. Gets the put back up and in. Again, you got to make it on the first try, but at least she did get a rebound and then did get the put back. So, Kelsey Plum, fake, gets it off to Sarah Ashley Barker, who misses the shot. Loose ball foul on Sarah Ashley Barker, so she has 3. So both Camila Cardoso and Sarah Ashley Barker have 3 fouls in the game so far. And again, guys, thank you so much for rocking with me. You are rocking with Quita. And we are doing a watch and talk as we talk through the Chicago Sky versus the LA Sparks. I would say overall, really good game so far. We'll see which team ultimately comes out with the dub. Courtney Vandersloot with the basketball. Get to the Angel. Angel, back out to Courtney. And she has the screen. Angel to Kia Nurse. Misses the shot. Misses a three-point shot, I should say. Oh, and a turnover by the LA Sparks. Here's the thing. We got to see Kia Nurse go to the bench and bring in Beck Allen. Kia Nurse is getting good looks. She's just missing them, which is fine. I mean, every now and then you have, you may have some issues here and there. Angel passes back out to Courtney Vandersloot. Ball goes inside to Elizabeth Williams, who misses the shot. I would say good decision on Angel for that. And ended up not going for the shot herself. She ended up passing it out, which was smart. Now, did the Sky score on that time? No, they did not. Leah to King with the basketball ends up turning it over. Kia Nurse has it. Gets a screen. Passes the basketball to Elizabeth Williams, who misses the mid-range bucket. Rebound goes to Leah to King. Kelsey Plum with the basketball. Kelsey Plum. Corner. 3. Odyssey Sims. Bucket. You better book it. You better book it. 3-point basket for Odyssey Sims. Thank you so much, Jessica, for the super chat. Says, thank you for hosting. Well, thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for hanging out with the awesome people on the internet as we talk through these games. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shamika says, Angel could have stacked up so many assists. Well, I mean, yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. Again, the score is 37. LA Sparks, 35. Chicago Sky. Really good game so far, I would say. Pretty evenly matched. Both teams are shooting pretty efficiently from the field. Both are around 45% from the field. The Chicago Sky have not missed a free throw just yet, so that's good. We'll see if that continues. And when it comes to rebounding, we have the LA Sparks leading that charge, 16 rebounds to 14 for the Chicago Sky. And when it comes to points in the paint, the Chicago Sky are rocking and rolling. 20 of their 35 points so far have been in the paint. And the scoring is pretty like evenly distributed. Ariel Atkins with 7, Courtney Vandersloot with 6, Angel Reese with 8. Camila Cardoso with 4, Elizabeth Williams with 2, and Rebecca Allen with 8. And then for the LA Sparks, we have Kelsey Plum with just 2, 0 for 5 so far from the field. Odyssey Sims is leading the charge for her squad with 10 points. De'Erica Hamby with 7. Sarah Ashley Barker with 4. Azare Stevens with 6. Julie Alleman 4. Mercedes Russell 2. And Leah 2 King 2. Again, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That is the story of Leah 2 King. For the rest of the league, we have the Aces that are trying to get it together. They're still losing pretty badly to the Seattle Storm. The score is Storm 52. Las Vegas Aces 33. The way that is trending, we have Jewel Lloyd leading the charge for the Aces with 12 points. Asia Wilson with 6, Jackie Young with 8, and Chelsea Gray with 7. For the Seattle Storm, it's a lot of good scoring all throughout. Gabby Williams with 10, Skylar Diggins-Smith with 4 points, 5 assists. Nneka Agumike with 15. Erica Wheeler with 12 points in this game so far. She's absolutely doing her thing, which is fun to see. Again, guys, there are so many role players in the W that like sometimes you think, oh, they're not very good and blah 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 blah. But all it takes is the right player on the right team, fitting the right system, and it seems like Erica Wheeler is in a very good position with the Seattle Storm. All right, we have come back into the game. We are in the second quarter. We got 2 minutes and 53 seconds left to go in the game. And Odyssey Sims steals the basketball from Courtney Vandersloot. And Courtney fouls her as she goes for the layup. So Odyssey Sims is going to head to the line for 2 shots. Looks like Courtney knocked it on her own foot. Odyssey misses her first free throw. And Tanisha Wright is laughing about something on the bench. Laughing about something. Makes her second free throw. All right, Courtney Vandersloot with a basketball. All right, they call an offensive foul on Angel Reese. She was trying to set the moving screen. And, of course, if you're moving on your screen, you're going to get called for the offensive foul. The refs don't always call it, but they did call it there. And, yes, that was the right call. Kelsey Plum, step back, 3, and she hits it. With Courtney Vandersloot on her, it makes it a whole lot easier to get that shot off. Nice job by Kelsey Plum. Recognizing who was on her and made a move. Elizabeth Williams misses the mid-range jumper. Rebound goes to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum is working to Odyssey Sims. So De'Erica Hamby misses the shot. And there is a blocking foul. Wow, that's a late whistle. That's a very late whistle. As a foul on Elizabeth Williams. Yeah. Okay, so the Sky are challenging that call. They are challenging that foul. They're challenging Elizabeth Williams' shooting foul, which would be her second foul. So we have a timeout on the floor as the Chicago Sky challenge. 41-39. We'll see if that challenge is successful. I don't know. From like initial quick they didn't show a replay of it, but from real time, it looked like a foul to me. But it just seemed like a late foul. But we'll see if the Sky can win this one. Guys, just so you all know, I am watching. Yeah, our dog saying my stream is behind. Yeah, I will try. I will have a slightly delayed stream. The reason why is because this game, I'm not able to watch this game on WNBA League Pass. I have to watch this game on the U, which is a channel in Chicago. And the thing about the U is always more delayed because they get their feed from the WNBA, and then their announcers are not there, and so they have to beam it to someplace in the city, and then they have to give their commentary as it's happening, and then beam it to everyone's houses. So it's going to be a delay between my commentary and everything else, unless you all are watching on WCIU the U, and then maybe there's not a delay. But if you're watching League Pass, there probably will be a delay between my reactions and League Pass. All right. Machiavelli says, I'm watching the Mystics game. Here's the thing. I wish this game that we're watching right now, I wish that this game did not involve the Chicago Sky. But because it involves the Chicago Sky, I cannot watch the games all at once. The thing I love to do is I love to watch the games at once. I love to do 3 games at a time on WNBA League Pass, and you can do that. However, because this game is available in Chicago, I have to watch it on the U, which means that I am unable to have 3 games on my TV at the same time. Now, if I wanted to watch the other 2 games, I can watch those 2 at the same time on my screen. But because this game involves the Chicago Sky, I cannot do that. So that's why my commentary is strictly related to the Chicago Sky, because unfortunately I am unable to watch the other 2 games at the same time. But to keep you all up on what's happening with those, the Mystics and Mercury are at halftime. The score is 22 Mystics, 32 Mercury. We're also at halftime for the Aces versus Storm, 36-58. Storm with the lead. And looks like the Chicago Sky did win that challenge. And there is a jump ball happening at half court between E. Will and De'Erica Hamby. The jump ball is controlled by the Chicago Sky. Courtney Vandersloot with the basketball. She passes inside to Elizabeth Williams. E. Will get to the Beck Allen. Beck Allen in the post. Misses the shot. Gets her on rebound. Gets it out to Elizabeth Williams. To Courtney Vandersloot. Back to Beck Allen. Elizabeth Williams posting up. E. Will making a move. E. Will gets it to go. That was nice. That was a really nice hook shot. Really, really nice. All right, De'Erica Hamby gets it to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum misses the shot. Rebound goes to Angel Reese. She gets it to Courtney Vandersloot. Courtney Vandersloot to Rachel Banham. Rachel Banham gets all air for that 3-point shot. And the LA sound guy plays "Never Would Have Made It." Little Marvin Sapp in there. They've been playing that same soundbite for years in LA. Kelsey Plum with the basketball. She pushes off. No foul was called on that, but they do call a foul on Courtney Vandersloot, I believe. Oh, that's on Angel? Oh, Rachel Banham with the foul. I was about to say, how's that on Angel? That wasn't even a foul. Oh, actually, no. That is on Angel. I don't know. That didn't actually look like a foul to me. It looked like she got out of ball. All right. Rachel Bannon with the basketball. Gets the screen. Rachel tried to, or Rebecca Allen tried to pass the ball. Gets the ball stolen. De'Erica Hamby takes it all the way down the court and misses the layup, but she does get fouled. She's going to head to the line for 2 shots. Now Kelly's like, come on, Hamby. All right, Hamby misses her first free throw, goes for a second. De'Erica misses that as well. Ball is rebounded by Courtney Vandersloot. Elizabeth Williams with the basketball gets it to Angel Reese. Angel passes down low to Rachel Banham, who brings it back out. Ball goes to Angel. Angel, nice pass to Elizabeth Williams. That's what I'm talking about. Movement without the basketball. Elizabeth Williams sees Angel Reese with the basketball. She cuts to the basket. Angel gives it to her, and she makes the layup. That's what I'm talking about. Movement, guys. Movement. Kelsey Plum gets it to Odyssey Sims, who misses the 3-point bucket at the buzzer. All right, we have reached the end of the first half. The score is 43 LA Sparks, 39 Chicago Sky. I would say really good game so far. for both teams. LA is the better team in my opinion, and they do have the lead at half. The Chicago Sky are holding in there. They're hanging in there. They're not giving up too much. I would say good start so far, and we'll see how the game continues to progress from here. Now, guys, again, thank you all so much for rocking with me. My name is Quita. We are talking through the Chicago Sky versus the LA Sparks. If y'all could, make sure to do me a favor and hit that like button. That really does help the channel out a whole lot. Hit that like button for me one time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed so far. I'm going to do these lives as many times as possible. I have a new setup, a new, more comfortable setup. What do y'all think about it? Do y'all hate it? Do y'all like my old setup? My old setup is still my setup, but do you like me standing, preferably for live streams, for play-by-plays? I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know in the chat. Hopefully my audio sounds better. I did kind of clean it up from earlier. But I was getting kind of hot in the flannel shirt I had, so I was like, oh, let me put a t-shirt on. But with the t-shirt, I don't actually have a place to clip the mic, and so I'm like, oh, I guess I gotta hold it. But anyway, we are at halftime. We'll see what the Chicago Sky are able to do in the second half. But for the time being, guys, we are going to go to a break. And as y'all know, I'll be playing some music during a break, so yeah, we'll go to that. All right, guys. We are going to continue watching and talking through the Chicago Sky versus the LA Sparks, guys. We are at the start of the third quarter. Score is 43-39. LA Sparks with the lead. And I would say overall, as a Sky fan first, I feel fine with what's happening in this one. As a neutral observer, this game would not be this close if Rickea Jackson was playing, in my opinion. Anyway, let's go on as this game happens. All right, Angel Reese tries to throw it inside to Camila Cardoso. The ball was tapped. Fantastic defense by De'Erica Hamby to initiate the turnover. And looks like there is a foul on Camila Cardoso. All right, we just started the third quarter. Kelsey Plum with the basketball. Gets the screen. Gets it to Sarah Ashley Barker. Sarah Ashley Barker inside. Throws it off to Odyssey Sims. Odyssey Sims gets to De'Erica Hamby. De'Erica Hamby with the charge. Okay. Good job, Kia Nurse, selling that call. She sold it. As De'Erica Hamby gets called for the offensive foul. All right. Ariel Atkins with the basketball. Ariel Atkins makes the bucket. Okay, I like that. I like that shot. That is a very nice shot. Azurá Stevens with the basketball on the block. Passes out to Kelsey Plum, who did what I said. Going off the move, getting a screen, leading to a wide open three-point bucket. Kelsey Plum knocks it down. Courtney Vandersloot is like, hey, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. A three-point bucket. Courtney Vandersloot. De'Erica Hamby with the basketball. Gets it to Odyssey Sims. Odyssey gets it to Kelsey Plum, who comes off of another screen. Kelsey Plum inside. Kelsey Plum tried to draw the foul on Camila Cardoso, but unfortunately she was not able to do. Well, unfortunately for her, she wasn't able to do that. But still leads to a score by the Las Vegas Aces. Ariel Atkins tried to do a give and go with Angel Reese. The ball was stolen. So the Chicago Sky are starting to get a little bit turnover happy. That's no fun. Again, remember, guys, this is the same team that leads the WNBA in turnovers per game. We'll see if they'll be able to clean that up. They usually average around, I believe, like 21 turnovers a game. We'll see what they're able to do in today's game. We do have 12 turnovers right now for the Chicago Sky. All right, Angel Reese with the basketball. Gets it to Courtney Vandersloot. Courtney backs out of the screen because, again, this team is hedging on these screens. Camila passes inside to Kia Nurse, who makes the bucket. Tough bucket, I should say. She has scored for the first time today, Kia Nurse. Normally a three-point shooter, but she gets it inside today. De'Erica Hamby to Azurá Stevens, who gets doubled and leads to a turnover. Ariel Atkins leading the charge for this team. She gets it over to Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse gets another bucket inside. Okay. I like that. We are all tied up 48-48. Kelsey Plum with the basketball. Now she has Angel on her. She gets it to De'Erica Hamby. There's a mismatch inside where Kia Nurse is on Azurá Stevens. They don't notice that. Kelsey Plum. Oh, looks like Kelsey Plum notices it. Azurá Stevens wide open for a three-point bucket. I like that. I really, really like that offensive set. Angel goes for a three-point shot herself. Misses. Rebound goes to Camila Cardoso, who gets the layup up and in. Kelsey Plum to Sarah Ashley Barker 4-3. Sarah Ashley Barker, have yourself a night. I like it. I like it. Courtney Vandersloot with the basketball. Gets the screen. Passes to Angel. Angel inside. Misses the shot. Gets her on rebound. Gets the putback. Makes it. And gets fouled. Hey, at least she got the points right. She missed it on the first try, but try again. That actually was a foul, though. On that first attempt, that was a foul. So here's the thing. Yes, she missed that first shot, but like she really did get fouled on that one. She really did. You saw it on the replay they just showed. I don't know if they showed that replay for everybody, but I saw it in Chicago, the replay. All right, Kelsey Plum now has Camila Cardoso on her. And when you have a big man on you as a guard, what do? You drive to the basket, and that's exactly what Kelsey Plum did. Easy, 2 points for Kelsey Plum. Because Camila couldn't do much of anything. She would have got the foul. Camila Cardoso misses the driving layup. Rebound goes to Azurá Stevens. She gets it to Kelsey Plum, which once again, Camila is on Kelsey Plum. And what does Camila do? 3-point basket. Terrible transition defense by the Chicago Sky. That was horrible. That was a horrible, sequence overall for this team. Wow. Rakia Jackson looked like she's supposed to be in the Matrix. I didn't see the full of her outfit, but she went a whole bunch of black on. It looks like she should be in the Matrix. Let me see on X what her outfit is. But I think Rakia Jackson needs to be in the Matrix. I'm just saying. But anyway, a terrible sequence overall for the Chicago Sky. That's pretty bad. It looked promising. You know, they ended up tying the game, and then all of a sudden, mistake. You got to get it together, Sky. You're trying to win your first game of the year, which means not only do you have to have good offense, you have to show up on defense. All right, let's see what y'all got to say in the comments. And again, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Thank you for rocking with me. If y'all could hit that like button if y'all like what the play-by-play, let me know in the chat. Let me know. Oh, thank you, Kentucky Rick, for removing the guy who was spamming the chat. I don't know. I don't understand the barbecue thing. I don't get it. Maybe that's just something I don't understand. I don't get it. But anyway, yeah, Shay, we got some trolls or whatever. But again, if you spam in the chat and if you saying the same thing, again, say your mind, say your opinion or whatever, but don't spam the chat and say the same thing over and over and over again. And also, I don't even know what that means. Like, is that supposed to be is barbecue supposed to be a dig? I don't get it. I don't understand. Janera says Marsh is trash. I don't think so. I mean, again, this is third game. This is this man's third game. I mean, are you like, I don't know. Again, terrible start by the Chicago Sky. Yes, you have no arguments from me on those two games that we lost. Not the fact that we lost them, but the way that we lost them by, like, that was an issue. Now, yeah, no arguments on that front from me. But is he trash? No, we don't know that. This is literally his third game, and we are seeing adjustments. We are seeing overall a better Chicago Sky. Now, is this LA Sparks team injured? Yes. You know, so keep that in mind. But still, overall, it's not terrible. Overall, this is not terrible. All right. We are back 59-53. Courtney Vandersloot picks up her dribble, gets to Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse passes down low to Camila Cardoso. Give and go with Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse, okay. She's showing that she's more than a three-point shooter. She gets another shot inside. I like that. Odyssey Sims with the basketball. Odyssey gets it to De'Erica Hamby, who has Camila Cardoso on her. That was a foul. Camila, knocked De'Erica out of bounds. It is a foul on her. That is her fourth foul, I believe. Fourth foul for Camila Cardoso. We got 5 minutes left in the third quarter. 4-point game. Kelsey Plum to inbound basketball. She gets it to De'Erica Hamby. De'Erica passes out to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey throws it out to Odyssey Sims. Odyssey to Kelsey Plum in the corner. Kelsey Plum with the 3-point bucket. Constant movement. If you've learned anything about the LA Sparks, you know this team is always on the move. Always moving somewhere. Camila Cardoso gets the give and go. Bucket. Good pass by Ariel Atkins. Kelsey Plum goes for another 3-point shot. Kelsey Plum, 3-point basket. Back-to-back 3-point buckets for Kelsey Plum. She is cooking with gas. Courtney Vandersloot goes for the mid-range jumper. She gets that to go. That was at the nail. Kelsey Plum still with the basketball. Kelsey Plum, she's feeling it. She's on fire. You better stay with her. She gets to the De'Erica Hamby. De'Erica to Azuré. Azuré goes for 3. Azuré Stevens, 3-point bucket. Man. 3 straight threes for the LA Sparks. 2 for Kelsey Plum. 1 for Azuré Stevens. Y'all, this team can knock down threes. This is the same issue that the Chicago Sky had against the New York Liberty. They go underneath screens and they allow the post players in particular to knock down the three because they get a good open look from the three. You got to play better defense. In the first half, you played pretty good defense. In the second half, you are allowing these 3-point buckets. You cannot do that. You can't do it. All right. Olu says, Plum is really plummeting the sky. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. The Light says, my prediction that the Sky will make the playoffs. I predicted that the Sky would make the playoffs too before the season started. Because I thought I saw like some promising stuff. Now I'm probably abridging, does that even work? I'm slightly changing that. And I'm going to say that I think the Connecticut Sun, no, that's not Connecticut, the Washington Mystics will make the playoffs. And the Sky might not. We'll see. Initially, before the season started, again, I had the Sky making it, but I don't know. I don't know about that. Courtney Vandersloot goes for 3. You don't want Courtney Vandersloot taking a whole bunch of 3-point shots. That's not what you want. That was a quick shot by Courtney Vandersloot. She missed it, and we go the other way. Odyssey Sims gets it to De'Erica Hamby. De'Erica passes down low to Azuré Stevens. Azuré Stevens. She got you at the 3, and she can get you down low as well. Gets a 2-point bucket to go. Elizabeth Williams to Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse. I don't know what that was. See, this is what I'm talking about. Now we're back to the Chicago Sky from some of the other games. We are seeing basically one person moving, and we see everybody else looking. And that was a horrible shot by Kia Nurse. Like, what are you doing? Get your team involved. Have movement on the offensive end. Don't just do whatever you want and everybody's just staring at you. Like, come on now. That was the issue that the Chicago Sky had in those other games. Like, come on. Play like a team. Tube says if Rakia, Ray, and Cam were playing, this would be a blowout. Yeah, it probably would be. Yeah, it probably would be. Yeah. LA's tried to do the elevator doors to get Kelsey Plum a good look from the three. She misses the shot. Rebound goes to Elizabeth Williams. She gets to Courtney Vandersloot with the basketball. Ball goes to Elizabeth Williams, who misses the shot inside. Rebound leads to King. Odyssey Sims with the basketball. To Azurá Stevens. Azurá Stevens on the move. Azurá gets her shot blocked. Nice block by Elizabeth Williams. Very, very nice block. Ed says, go Sparks. I mean, your Sparks are doing well. Your Sparks are doing very, very well right now. Very well. Kelsey Plum, wide open for another 3-point bucket. Y'all can't do nothing against Kelsey Plum. You can't do nothing. Elizabeth Williams. Oh my goodness, just throws it away. Odyssey Sims with the basketball. Odyssey Sims gets fouled as a foul on Rachel Banham. We have reached that moment where the sky seemed to be falling. The sky is falling. Hey, they held in there as long as they could, I guess. Sea Smoke says this could turn into a 20-point game before we know it. Yes. Yes. Because it seems like the Sky makes mistakes in bunches. Like, you just can't make one mistake. You got to make a ton. You had a really good first half. And now it's just mistake after mistake after mistake after issue after issue after issue. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right, ball gets knocked out of bounds. It is Chicago Sky basketball. Rachel Banham playing point guard right now. Banham to E. Will. To Ari Atkins. Another almost turnover by the Chicago Sky. Michaela Onyenwere ends up getting to the rim and scoring. That was nice. That was about to be another turnover. Odyssey Sims with basketball. Odyssey. Oh, good job. Good swarming job for the Chicago Sky. We see a screen for Kelsey Plum, and then we see both Rachel Banham and Elizabeth Williams swarm out and force the turnover. That was smart. That was a really good blitz. Really good blitz. Beck Allen to Elizabeth Williams. To Michaela Onyenwere. Ariel Atkins with basketball. Ariel Atkins goes baseline. Ariel Atkins airballs the floater layup, I guess. Kelsey Plum passes inside to Dearica Hamby. Dearica Hamby, I think she got fouled on that. No foul was called. But she makes the bucket. That was tough. Very tough. Ariel Atkins with the basketball gets to the Rachel Banham. Banham. Almost a turnover. Last touch by the LA Sparks. Chicago Sky with the ball on the baseline. We got 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Michaela Onyenwere for a 3-point shot. She misses. Good decision by Beck Allen to kind of tip that pass. She gets the ball and goes for the 3-point bucket. Beck Allen. I like that. Lead to Emma Cannon. Emma Cannon makes a move. Julie Allemon to Emma Cannon. Julie has to throw something up. Julie misses the shot. Rebound goes to Elizabeth Williams. Rachel Banham throws it up there. Misses. We are at the end of the third quarter, guys. The score is 76. LA Sparks 64. Chicago Sky. LA goes on a big run, but the Chicago Sky was able to kind of right the ship a little bit and not get the game to be so unwieldy. But yeah, that's where we are right now. In other news around the league, remember earlier today we watched the Atlanta Dream versus the Connecticut Sun, where the Dream got the dub. For the other games that are happening right now, we have reached the end of the third quarter for the Mercury versus the Washington Mystics. The score is 46, Mercury 44, Mystics. I'm telling y'all, these Mystics players are the real deal. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Okay. And Brittany Sykes is back for those who are curious. And then for the other game that's happening right now, we have the Seattle Storm that are totally putting it to the Las Vegas Aces. The score is 84 Storm, 62 Aces. All right, that's where we are at. Again, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Thank you so much for your support of this channel. Trey says Aces getting blown out. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Quinton says I'm here for Quita, not the Sky. Well, salute to you. Hey, regardless if the Sky is your team or the LA Sparks or neither, thank y'all for rocking with me, because y'all could truly be doing anything. Maybe some of y'all are. Maybe some of y'all are listening to me while y'all are working or doing a puzzle or like whatever y'all doing. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for rocking with me, guys. I really do appreciate it. And truly, I enjoy doing this. I think this is fun. And the reason why I have invested a lot of money into my new setup, both in terms of this, in terms of this setup right here, but with like the dedicated camera and stuff like that, to where Mama's gonna be sitting when she joins me for a stream, to my new standing desk area. All of it is investments I've made in this channel specifically because I want to give you all the best product possible. I do want to give you all the best product possible when it comes to whether that's play-by-play, whether that's overall commentary about what's happening in the game. The thing is that you all know, that you all have probably known, yeah, y'all gonna get mad at me. Y'all not gonna like all the stuff I say. But I want to try my best to give the best commentary possible when it comes to women's basketball, the most nuanced conversation, talk about stuff that people aren't really talking about. And so anyway, again, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Thank you for your support. You are truly, truly helping this channel out a whole lot. And I just want to thank you. I really do want to thank you. All right. Tori says, here listening while working. Love the channel. Quita, keep it up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. $17 points for Kelsey Plum in that third quarter. 17 points in the third quarter. That's insane. Insane. All right, De'Erica Hamby gets the ball poked away. Good defense by Elizabeth Williams. All right, Kelsey Plum with the basketball. Kelsey Plum misses. That was a long miss. Rebound goes to Julie Allemon. Julie gets it to De'Erica Hamby. Hamby to, was that Leah 2? Leah 2 King misses the shot. Rebound goes to Angel. She gets it up to Courtney Vandersloot. .30 straight games of double-figure rebounds for Angel. Ball goes to Elizabeth Williams, who makes the layup. All right, it's only 10 points. Can the Sky route a comeback? Can they do it? We'll see. We'll see. All right. Emma Cannon with the basketball to Leah 2 King for 3. Leah 2 miss. Rebound goes to Elizabeth Williams. She's going to bring it up herself. E. Will gives it to Rachel Banham, who thought about 3-point shot, decides not to take it. Gets it to Courtney Vandersloot, who passes inside to Angel Reese. Angel gets fouled. Well, she made the layup, but I feel like that foul was on the floor. Wasn't that foul on the floor? Let's see. Yeah, that foul was on the floor. Side of the bounds for the Chicago Sky. Rachel Banham to inbound. She gets to Courtney Vandersloot. Courtney to Beck Allen. Beck Allen gets the screen. Oh, good pick and roll action between Beck Allen and Elizabeth Williams. Very, very nice. Elizabeth Williams gets fouled. She's going to head to the free throw line for 2 shots. Basil says, my Magic 8 Ball says not likely for the Sky to win. Davis talking about the Washington Mystics. Oh, the Washington Mystics have the lead. Awesome. Again, guys, I just think this Washington Mystics team is fun. They're just fun. They're fun, young, and fearless. And I think that's a great combination. Oh, nice job, Angel, just mucking up that rebound, getting it to Elizabeth Williams, but Elizabeth Williams was not able to make the layup. Sparks with the basketball. Sarah Ashley Barker gets it to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum to Julie Allemon to De'Erica Hamby. Thought about 3-point shot. Decides not to take it. Puts it on the deck. Misses. The rebound goes to Angel Reese. And she's going to bring it up the basketball. Ball goes to Rachel Banham. Rachel Banham pump fake. Gets inside. Rachel Banham with the acrobatic layup. I like that, girl. I like that. That was very nice by Rachel Banham. Sarah Ashley Barker with the basketball, guarded by, it looks like the Chicago Sky are in a zone defense for the Chicago Sky. That is something that you don't see too often in the WNBA, but you see it every now and then. You see the 2-3 zone. Yeah, that was a good shot by Rachel Banham, though. That was really good. C-Smoke says LA is letting up the gas. They are. And just like that, guys, this is just a 7-point game. It's not too far away for the Chicago Sky. We'll see if they're able to get the upset, or will we see the Chicago Sky try to make some stuff happen. So we'll see. Anyway, let's look around the league and let's look at the other games that are happening right now. Looks like the Washington Mystics have a 1-point lead over the Phoenix Mercury, 51-50. We got 6 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. We also have the Seattle Storm, who still have a sizable lead against the Las Vegas Aces. The score is 86-67, and of course, we are watching and talking through the LA Sparks versus the Chicago Sky game. 76 LA Sparks, 69 Chicago Sky. Overall, this LA Sparks team is a team that is knocking down their threes. They have a fantastic third quarter where they looked very, 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 very good. We'll see as the game continues on. Also, guys, have y'all ever discovered Apple Sports? I think that's what it's called. Apple Sports. They have a great interface, a absolutely fantastic interface that allows you to see what's happening with the teams at a glance. But anyway, What do you got to say? Kelly says, Quita, do you play basketball? Not anymore. I used to. Yeah. That's how I got into basketball. Yeah, I watched basketball ever since I was a kid, and my when I was really young, I don't remember how old I was, but my dad ended up paving part of our backyard and making a basketball court. I used to be out there every single day playing basketball. I ended up playing in the rec league. I played in junior high. I played in high school, and I was good, good enough to start, and like good enough to get points and make an impact for my team. But I wasn't good nor tall enough to actually have a chance at playing in college. So I decided not to play in college. But yeah. Daniel says Sonya's a keeper. Yeah, I mean, Sonya Citron is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Shamika says, love the Apple Sports app. It's so good. And I didn't even know it existed. I saw somebody on Twitter who showed a screenshot of it, and I was like, "Whoa, that looks really nice." Anyway, Kelsey Plum misses the shot. Rebound goes to Angel. Courtney Vandersloot with the basketball. Courtney gets it to Elizabeth Williams. I think she traveled on that. She gets the ball to Rachel Banham. Rachel Banham to Beck Allen. Beck Allen for three. Missed the shot. Rebound. Angel Reese. Angel Reese with the putback. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, Angel. That is what I'm talking about. 31 straight games of double-figure rebounds for Angel Reese. Oh. Sarah Ashley Barker for two with a long two. I like it, Bama. I like it. I'm sure Christy Curry is probably smiling ear to ear off of that play. Sarah Ashley Barker's having herself a night. I'm just saying. Tyler Marsh calls a timeout to prevent the Chicago Sky turnover. Score is 78 LA Sparks, 71 Chicago Sky. I would say really good job so far for the Chicago side trying to come back. Like at first in the third quarter, it really did look like this game was basically over. Like it was like what three threes in a row, two from Kelsey, one from Azare, and there was a whole bunch of thought of like, okay, well, is this over? Are we about to see a blowout? But no, not quite. The Chicago Sky have mounted a comeback of sorts. Again, it's still a 7-point game, so do I think that the Chicago Sky is going to win? No, but is what it is. Dave says Barker's shot looked like a 2, or looked like a 3. It looked like a 2 to me, and I think the Chicago Sky or people said it was a 2. It looked like a 2 to me. But maybe it was a 3. Let me see. Let me look at the play-by-play and see. Yeah, 2-point shot. 2-point shot. Yeah. According to the play-by-play, it's listed as a 2-point jump shot. Yeah, it looked like a 2 to me at first. But yeah. According to the play-by-play, it is a 2. That was a 2-point shot by Sarah Ashley Barker. Machiavelli says Kiki plays a tougher position right now. She is Rookie of the Year favorite to me. I mean, yeah. Kiki is absolutely doing her thing. When with the fearless thing, like truly, she is so fearless. So fearless. It's so fun to watch. It is so fun to watch her do her thing. Right now she has 7 points, 10 rebounds for Kiki Era of Finn. Sonya Citron with 14 points, 3 assists. 2 for 3 from the 3. Okay. All right, Sonya. All right, Sony. All right, again, we are in the third quarter. We got 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter. The score is 78 LA Sparks, 71 Chicago Sky. All right, Beck Allen gets it to Angel, to Courtney Vandersloot, to Beck Allen. Beck, mid-range jumper, misses. Rebound goes to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey, guarded by Ariel Atkins. To De'Erica Hamby. Hamby, back to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey, to Sarah Ashley Barker. To De'Erica. Oh, nice feed to the cutting Julie Allemon. She misses the shot, but Azurá Stevens cleans it up on the boards, gets the bucket to go. Almost turnover by the Chicago Sky as De'Erica Hamby knocks the ball out of bounds. 80-71. Less than 6 minutes left to go in the game. Courtney Vandersloot with the basketball gets it to Elizabeth Williams. Will to Beck Allen. Beck Allen picks up her dribble. She has to do something. Ends up turning over the basketball. That's what she does. Once again, the turnover bug has hit the Chicago Sky. Once again. Sarah Ashley Barker to Julie Allemon. Azurá Stevens. Allemon. Azurá gets Will in the air, gets inside, and scores the 2. Courtney Vandersloot airballs a floater. Airball. De'Erica Hamby tries to get it to the cutting Kelsey Plum. The ball was knocked out of bounds by the Sky. It is staying with the LA Sparks. Yes, the fourth quarter. Did I say the third? I meant the fourth. If I said the third, I meant the fourth. Sea Smoke says quickly turned into a double-digit lead again. Yep. It looked like this guy was about to come back, forge a comeback in the last 5 minutes of the game, but maybe not. Sarah Ashley Barker with the basketball. Sarah passes out to Allemon, to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum, mid-range jumper. Kelsey Plum. Oh, how do you do, girl? Mid-range jumper. Gets it to go for Kelsey Plum. Looks like it's a foul on the Sparks. And you all noticed that last possession, they didn't call a foul, even though Ariel Atkins made contact with Kelsey Plum, because not every time you make contact is it a foul. Missed shot by Kelsey Plum. And she fouls Kia Nurse. Jose says Quita went under the Sky going to admit they are rebuilding and start playing their rookies. I don't know. I mean, Haley was questionable today, so and also it didn't like she had a jersey underneath her warm up, so I don't think she's playing today. But she was questionable with a ankle injury. The referees are at the monitor. Kelsey Plum got hit in the face by Kia Nurse. Oh, Danielle Robinson is on the coaching staff for LA. I didn't realize that. All right, the refs are going to continue to look at that. We got 4 minutes and 36 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. As the referees review because of the contact made above the shoulders. The score is 84 LA Sparks, 71 Chicago Sky. Is a comeback possible? Sure. Is it likely? No. Oh, the Seattle Storm have reached the century mark. Okay, they got 100 points in the game so far. And in terms of the Mystics versus Phoenix game, the Mystics with a 3-point lead right now. Again, I wish I was able to have. I wish this game was available on League Pass for me because I could be watching other games at the same time. Janera said that's a flagrant. You think so? We'll see what the refs say. Mai Forsberg, I think that's her name. She's here, so she's the, like I would say she's probably the most senior ref of all the refs. Let's see what she calls. Looks like they don't call a flagrant. I mean, it didn't look like much of anything. I mean, yeah, it's incidental contact, I would say. I'd have been surprised if they called a flagrant on that because again, just because someone gets hit in the face does not mean it's always a flagrant. All right, Courtney Vandersloot gets to the Angel. Angel to Camilla. Mid-range jumper for Camilla Cardoso. I like that. Good pass by Angel. Dearica Hamby with the basketball. Dearica. That was a good move. And a great rebound by Angel. Angel to Camilla. Camilla makes a move. Camilla Cardoso. You better work, girl. You better work. I like that. I like that. Camilla, 4 points in a row. Nice. Good stop by the Chicago Sky. Courtney Vandersloot with the basketball. Gets to the Angel. Ball goes to Kia Nurse for three. Kia Nurse misses the three. Rebound goes to Julie Allemon. Kelsey Plum with the basketball. Gets the screen to Julie Allemon. Julie to Dearica Hamby. To Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum gets the screen. She gets to the Azurá Stevens. Azurá Stevens misses. Angel. She went back to she thought that since Sky was gonna get the ball, she went the other way, and then her player scores. Kia Nurse gets a quick bucket. We got less than 3 minutes left to go. 86 LA, 77 Chicago Sky. Dearica Hamby with the basketball. To Julie Allemon. Julie, back pass to Dearica. Dearica puts it on the deck. Gets fouled by Camilla Cardoso. Camilla with 5 fouls. One more foul, and she is out of the game. Courtney Vandersloot with the basketball. Gives it to Kia Nurse. To Courtney Vandersloot. Gets it to Camila Cardoso. Camila. Oh, that was a terrible give and go. Between Kia Nurse and Camila Cardoso. Azare Stevens with the mismatch. Kelsey Plum for three. She misses. Rebound goes to Camila. Camila gets it to Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse tried to bogart her way to the rim. Gets fouled by Julie Alamon. Kia Nurse sets to the free throw line for 2 shots. We got 1 minute and 35 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. 10-point game. LA Sparks with the lead. Makes one of 2 free throws. All right, Julie Alamon. I'm sorry. That's Sarah Ashley Barker with the basketball. Gets it to Azare Stevens. Back to Sarah Ashley. To De'Erica Hamby. There's a foul on the Chicago Sky. Is that on Kia Nurse? It's a foul on Ariel Atkins. Kelsey Plum with the basketball. Kelsey gets the screen. Oh, good defense by Angel Reese. She pokes at the basketball, knocks it off of Kelsey's foot. Good job. Oh, good quick play by dang, she missed it. She missed the layup. Ugh. Darn it. All right, now Kelsey Plum has the basketball, and of course, Sky just got to foul out the rest of the game. X 2024 says, why do number 4 and number 21 never get in the game? If you could tell me who those names are, I could tell you. Unlike some people, I don't know players by their jersey number. I don't. And so if it's by jersey number, I have no idea. But if you tell me their name, then I can tell you. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know who those numbers are. And also, guys, after this game is over, immediately after this game is over, I'm going to go into a recap. So once the game ends, don't just leave. I will be doing a real recap. I'm going to, once the game is over, I'm going to do like a 30 second sort of space break. And I'm going to move from here to my standing desk setup. And we're going to go through the game, okay? We're going to do a real recap once we hit 00 on the game. Now, again, you all have a different time than me. My stream is a little bit delayed, so that's something to note. But immediately following the game, I will talk through it. Actually, no. I'm not going to talk through it. actually, immediately after this game, we're actually going to go. Immediately after this game, we're actually going to go to the Mystics versus Mercury. All right, because that game is still happening and they're all tied up. So immediately after this game, we're gonna go to that game, and then once that game is over, then I'm gonna move to my standing desk setup, and I'm gonna fully recap this Sky versus LA Sparks game, and I'm as y'all know, I'm be honest. I'm be honest, and not everybody likes me when I'm honest. But yeah, I'm be honest. Basil says, "How about doing the Pacers versus Knicks game?" No. I have committed to covering women's basketball. Do I watch men's basketball? Yes. Do I watch a ton of it? No. Did I used to watch a lot of it? Yes. Will I be covering men's basketball on this channel? Likely not. Maybe if it really makes sense, but likely not. All right. Oh, okay. So X 2024 says Jefferson and Westbell. Well, Mariah Jefferson is out. Like, she's been out. I think the last 2 games she's been out with injury, so she's not even available. She's in street clothes. So the Chicago Sky just fouled. Kia Nurse just fouled Azariah Stevens. So yeah, Mariah Jefferson's hurt. Maddie Westbell. I mean, I think she was more of like a pick of somebody that they want to have on their team and they want to develop, but she's not ready yet. So Maddie Westbell is not playing right now. If the Chicago Sky would have kept Morgan Birch instead of Maddie Westbell, I think Morgan Birch would be playing. I think she would be playing. But for Maddie Westbell, I don't think that Tyler Marsh thinks that she's ready yet. So that's why I don't think she's playing. But they want her on the team. All right, game is over. However, Tyler calls a timeout. He wants to drop a play. Again, the game is over, but it's more of like, end of game scenario planning for the future. Ecclesia says the Sky may finish last. I mean, I think you might be right, but I think you might be right on that. The way they're playing, yeah. All right. Angels inbound of basketball. Three-point shot, or long 2, I should say, by Courtney Vandersloot. Kia Nurse with the basketball. Gets to Ariel Atkins, who goes for a long 3-point shot. She misses. Angel gets the rebound. Passes out. Courtney Vandersloot goes for a 3. Misses. Angel comes out her shoe. Time is winding now as clearly, the LA Sparks have gotten the dub. All right, guys, we're gonna move on over to the other game that's happening right now. that is still in progress, and this is the Phoenix Mercury versus Washington Mystics game. And again, after this game is over, I will recap the Sky game. All right. We take the Phoenix Mercury versus LA Sparks versus Washington Mystics game in progress. We got 32.5 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. The score is 64 Phoenix, 62 Washington. Satu Sabli to inbound the basketball. Oh, wow. The referees call a charge. Offensive foul against Alyssa Thomas. Wow. Can they show that replay? Show the replay. I didn't even notice the foul. Show the replay. Wow. Wow. Phoenix had the basketball, and Alyssa Thomas gets called for the charge. Again, guys, we were just covering the Sky versus the LA Sparks. I will be doing a real recap once this Phoenix versus Washington game goes off. This game is very, very close, so I thought, might as well, it might be cool to talk through this last 30-something seconds of this game to ultimately see who wins it. But yeah. Elizabeth says Alyssa Thomas has had a rough game this one. Oh, she has? Oh, wow. She usually doesn't have bad games. I wish they would show a replay of that foul. I didn't even notice a foul until they called it. All right. So they're showing it now. All right. So Alyssa Thomas was trying to draw a screen. Oh, yeah. Well, no, she wasn't trying to draw a screen. She was trying to run across the court. That was a charge. That was an offensive foul. That's a good call by the refs. That was an offensive foul. Again, I didn't see it in real time, but yeah, showing that replay, that's an offensive foul for sure. All right, Washington Mystics with the basketball. Brittany Sykes, who is back healthy, she has the basketball. Gets a screen from Sonia Citron. Brittany Sykes in the lane, misses the shot. Satu Sabli gets the rebound, and shouldn't they foul? Oh, wow. Sonia Citron ends up fouling Akua Makani. However, it looked like Washington was actually trying not to foul. And they allowed so much time to come off the clock. Off the clock. I don't think that was supposed to be a foul by Citron, but Akua Makani goes to the free throw line for 2 shots. She's a cool cucumber. It was funny. Makes both free throws. And a reset timeout for the Washington Mystics. All right, Mystics down by 4. Sonia Citron goes for 3. Citron misses. Rebound, Satu Sabli, jump ball. Emily Ensler gets in there. Jump ball. We got 6.8 seconds left to go. Jump ball. Happening at the free throw line. And the ball is controlled by Alyssa Thomas, who gets fouled. And she's like, hey, come on, crowd, make some noise. All right, that game over. All right, the Phoenix Mercury is going to end up beating the Washington Mystics. All right, guys, give me about 30 seconds. I'm gonna pull up my music slide real quick, and I'm gonna move to my desk, and we are going to recap the Sky versus Spark. Oh, wait. Why isn't this working? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Thought I tested all this stuff out. One second, guys. There we go. I was like, what in the world is going on? All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Guys, we're gonna go and do a quick recap of the Sky versus Minnesota Lynx versus Minnesota Lynx. Oh my god, all these teams are like just in my head, and I'm just discombobulated. Anyway, thank y'all so much for continuing to rock with me. Hopefully you all can hear me. Hopefully you all can. But let's go through the game that was the Chicago Sky. I don't know why it says halftime. Okay, that's weird. Okay, let's just remove those because they're wrong. Let's pull up the Sky one, and we'll get into this game. We will get into it. Again, guys, I do want to just say thank you for rocking with me. Again, y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all are here rocking with the awesome people of the internet, and I don't take that for granted, guys. I don't take that for granted at all. All right, here we go. I got the graphic up. And I guess let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about it. So, once again, third game of the year, the Chicago Sky lose in double figures to their opponent. This time they lose to the LA Sparks. The final score was 91-78, guys. And this is a game that actually looked like it was going to be good for the Chicago Sky. This is a game that the Sky were actually in it for the majority of the game, right? The Sky were actually looking pretty good. But that darn third quarter opened everything up, and we started to see old habits that are seemingly dying very, very slowly for the Chicago Sky. Lots of bad turnovers, lots of terrible shots, lots of stuff, and let's get into it. So first up, I'm going to talk through this as a neutral observer of the game, and then I'm going to talk specifically about the Sky and as a fan, okay? All right. April says, Quita, when you get a chance, check your DM. Where? on Instagram? If so, yes, I'll check it. I think Instagram is the only DM that I have open. Right? I think that may be the only thing I have open. But anyway. Oh no, I have. Why do I have the Sky versus Dream? The Sky played the. Yeah, I don't know why I have that wrong graphic. This whole time I've had the wrong graphic and no one told me. That's embarrassing. Anyway, we're gonna talk through the Chicago Sky versus the LA Sparks, not the Atlanta Dream. I'm not sure why I have the graphic up there. Anyway, I think that may be a holdover from the game earlier. Anyway, let's talk through this game. Here's the deal. As a neutral observer first. First up, the LA Sparks look suspect a little bit in that first half, but then they come out in that second half ready to roll. Here's the thing. This is a team that is playing without some of their players. They are playing without Ray Burrell. They're playing without Rickea Jackson. And, of course, they're playing without Cameron Brink, who will be back soon-ish, or not soon-ish, in July. Rickea Jackson is out with concussion protocol. Ray Burrell is on crutches, I believe, still. And Cameron Brink won't be back until July, as she is still returning back from the ACL tear from last year. So this is a LA Sparks team that is not even fully baked yet, right? This team is not fully baked yet, and yet and still, this team has found an identity through, in my opinion, their best player, who is Kelsey Plum. Guys, in this game, Kelsey Plum finishes with 28 points. So 28 points, good. Very, very good for Kelsey Plum. However, the thing I want to talk about in particular is Kelsey Plum's ability to shoot and score in bunches. Guys, of those 28 points, I believe 17 of those points came directly in that third quarter where Kelsey Plum went off. I talked about it in that first half. I was saying the thing that I want to see from the LA Sparks is Kelsey Plum coming off the screen and getting wide open looks at the three, right? Off ball, Kelsey Plum getting screens, running off those screens, and getting a wide open look from the three. And that's exactly what happened in that third quarter. There was a sequence where we saw mistakes by the Chicago Sky, and then on the LA Sparks side, we saw two back-to-back threes from Kelsey Plum. And then the Sky was like, okay, we gotta hone in on Kelsey Plum, hone in on her. And then what do? They get the ball to Azurá Stevens, who end up is like a screen handoff thing or whatever. Azurá Stevens ends up getting a wide open 3-point shot. She knocks it down as well. So it was 3 straight threes in that third quarter alone by the LA Sparks. This is a team that, again, they're missing a lot of pieces. However, in the third quarter, the LA Sparks make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 threes. That's a lot. 8 threes in that third quarter. Again, scoring in bunches, which is why in the third quarter alone, they scored 33 points. This is an LA team that can play really, really well off ball. Again, running off of tons of screens. And the greatest thing about this LA Sparks team is their ability to shoot. Most people, guys, on this LA Sparks team can knock down a 3. De'Erica Hamby, 1 for 1 today. Azurá Stevens, 2 for 4 from the 3. Ozzie Sims, 2 for 4 from the 3. Kelsey Plum, 6 for 10 from the 3. Sarah Ashley Barker, 2 of 4 from the 3. They can knock down the 3 with precision. And the third quarter kind of reminded me of the New York Liberty versus Chicago Sky game where we just saw this team just three after three after three after three after three, and you think you solved it, but no, you didn't, because here's somebody else knocking down a three. So that third quarter kind of opened this game wide open for the LA Sparks. If it wasn't for that third quarter, this game would have been very, very close. It would have been within 10 points. But that third quarter just opened stuff up. The Chicago Sky continued to make mistake after mistake in that third quarter alone. Again, before that, pretty decent. They were hanging in there. But that third quarter just really opened things up. The thing that I love also about the LA Sparks is Sarah Ashley Barker. So Sarah Ashley Barker, this is what, the second game she started, I believe. Second game she started, and Sarah Ashley Barker is getting comfortable more and more and more in front of our eyes. In that first game where she played a lot of minutes, I was like, or maybe this is the third game that she started. Anyway, Sarah Ashley Barker is not normally a starter. She's not normally a starter. She got in the starting lineup because players are hurt, right? Ray Burrell's down, but mainly she's in the starting lineup because Rickea Jackson is down. And Sarah Ashley Barker, it feels like she's getting more and more and more comfortable. She had a really good game on Friday against the Golden State Valkyries. And in today's game against the Chicago Sky, I thought Sarah Ashley Barker played some huge minutes. She looked very comfortable on the court, and it looked like she was confident on the basketball court. She ended up going 3 for 7. Not the best in terms of shooting, but like as a rookie, as a young player that is not going to play a ton of minutes, it's like I thought she played some really good minutes, gave a really good spark for her team. She ended up getting a lot of fouls, ended up getting 4 fouls in this game, but ultimately she had 9 points, 3 rebounds as well. Overall, really, really good minutes from Sarah Ashley Barker. Again, I am a fan of this rookie class. We've already been talking about the Washington Mystics and like how great their rookies are, but the confidence that some of these rookies are playing with is just amazing. I love to see it. A thing to note, guys, is that we did see Leah Two King play some good minutes in there as well. She ended up having 14 minutes in this game. Ended up with 2 points, but 5 big rebounds as well, and she has a plus-minus of +4. One thing to note is that Sanaya Fagan did not get in the game. Again, I've seen some people talk about how in the world Leah Two King signs a hardship contract and why is she playing and Sanaya Fagan is on the bench. Here's the thing. Leah Two King can play the 3 position. She can also play the 4 position. They need someone who can kind of like fill in, kind of like what some of the minutes that Ray Burrell would have. Sanaya Fagan can't fill in those minutes. They see her more of a 5, though maybe she can transition into a 4, and maybe so. Anyway, so that's why I think Sanaya Fagan didn't play. Again, I think LA is a really good situation for her, and I still think it's all good. But yeah, she probably won't play that much this season. And that's not the worst thing, I would say, because I do think she's learning a lot, because you have vets like De'Erica Hamby and Azurá Stevens in front of you that's teaching you what you need to know. Like that's pretty good. That is I have to say that is pretty good. Okay, so overall, LA Sparks, nice job. Nice job in this game. Nice job shooting the 3. They ended up shooting 48% from the 3. End up shooting 47% overall. So, like, good game, especially considering that this team is hampered. They wind up at one point winning this game by 15, but ultimately they do win this game 91-78. So, all right. That is, yes. KH says King is a 3/4. Sanaya is a 4/5 waiting in line. Yes. And that's okay. All right. So, really good game. Really, really good game for the same. I don't know when the super chat came in, but I'm just noticing it now. Sorry, JN, for not acknowledging your super chat earlier. Says shout out Quita's coverage. Need the chat to do research on women's basketball. Really elevates how good these ladies have been for 25 plus years. Too many to name, but Google Lauren Jackson, Cynthia Cooper to start. Yes. Like, y'all, if y'all have been with this channel for a while, y'all know how big of a fan I am of Lauren Jackson. Like, truly. I'm such a big fan that I had, y'all remember those, like, was it a flip? Was it called a flip? It was like those camera things. And you could customize the cover. I made the cover. It was Seattle versus LA, I believe. And it was outside game. It was like, I think the first of its kind, outside game, LA versus Seattle. And it was a tip off. I had a photo of the tip off between, I think it was Lauren Jackson and Lisa Leslie. I believe it was Lisa Leslie. Definitely Lauren Jackson in there. And like, that was like one of my favorite photos, like hands down, one of my favorite photos ever shot. Was that photo. All right. And so, anyway, search up Lauren Jackson. It'll bless your soul. She was amazing. Truly amazing. Okay. No, it wasn't a sidekick. It was like a real camera. I think was it called a flip? I feel like it may have been called a flip. Anyway, that has nothing to do with this. Thank you so much for that super chat. I apologize for not talking about it earlier. But anyway. Oh, Jackie Styles is really good as well. Jackie Styles is really good. Yeah, facts. Anyway, let's continue to talk about the actual game now. I talked about it from a neutral observer's perspective about the LA Sparks and how good overall they played. Great. They were great. Now, let's talk about the Chicago Sky. And let's talk about positives and still issues. So, positives, because we got to have something positive to talk about, right? You know, not everything is positive, of course, because you just got beat again, significantly. I do want to talk about the positives, and the positives is, well, the Chicago Sky only turned over the ball 17 times. Now, maybe some of y'all may be like, 17 times. That's a lot of turnovers. 17 turnovers in a game is a lot. And to that, I say yes. Yes, you are right. 7 turnovers is a lot. It is. You know, it's quite a bit. But, if you compare that to the other games, progress. Okay? So, the Chicago Sky had 24 turnovers in the game against the New York Liberty. 24. Okay? 24 turnovers. In the game against the Indiana Fever, this team had 19 turnovers. So, you had 19 against the Fever. You had 24 against the New York Liberty. So, yeah, 17, still terrible, but better. Now, you may say, yeah, sure, that's better, but you're playing an injured LA Sparks team. And to that I say, yes, you are absolutely correct. So this is not a moral victory. This is just you got a little bit better, kind of, but talent level is different. Talent level is definitely different. Also, another positive is that the Chicago Sky ended up scoring 50 points in the paint. 50 points in the paint for the Chicago Sky, which is really, really good. Now, if you compare this to the LA Sparks, the LA Sparks is a team that has actually been sort of towards the top in terms of their opponents scoring in the paint. So like, this is a team that like has done a pretty good job in terms of like keeping their competition from getting a lot of buckets in the paint, right? If we just take a look at the last couple of games for the LA Sparks, in that last game against the Golden State Valkyries only had 30 points in the paint, right? If we look at the Sparks game against the Phoenix Mercury, The Phoenix Mercury only had 28 points in the paint. So for the Sky to get 50 points in the paint, positives. Now, again, you still lost by more than 10. So, like, still not good, but progress. Another thing that is progress is the fact that the Chicago Sky, the Chicago Sky ended up, doing a little bit better in the rotations. A little bit better. A little bit. Still not good. Still not good. But overall, the rotations was a little bit better. I did like, especially in that first half where we saw Camilla and Angel start off the game, and then we saw Camilla go to the bench early. We saw Elizabeth Williams come in the game, and we saw her and Angel play together, and then Angel went to the bench, and then we saw Michaela Onyenwere and Camila Cardoso come in, and that happened, and then both Camilla and Angel came back in the game. So, I did kind of like that. Now, those are the positives, okay? And also, you do shoot better. Like, this team, still from the three, you were abysmal. But you did pretty well overall in your shooting. 46%, not bad in terms of your overall shooting, okay? So, that's that. Okay? Positives. Again, I'm trying to come up with something that's not terrible. Something that's not terrible to talk about. Now I'm about to go into the negatives, which there's quite a bit. So before people come in and be like, "Hey, see, you always rag on the Chicago Sky. You ain't never got nothing good to say." Well, you could show them this part of the video and be like, "Yeah, actually, Quita did say some positive stuff about the Chicago Sky." Also, the final positive I would say is the Sky do not lose by 20 plus points. Our first game we lost by 35, and the last game we lost by, I don't know, I think like 20 plus or whatever. Today, we only lose by 13 points. Positives. You're trending in the right direction. You're trending in the right direction, but overall, still not good. Okay, not good. Okay. Now, those are the positives. Your rotations were a little better. You score more points in the paint. You are less reliant on the three, which is good. You got a little bit three happy in the end, but whatever, the game is over. But some positives. Okay, now let's get to the Chicago Sky. Here's the deal. Once again, the Chicago Sky had a glimmer of hope in this game. Again, you come into this game playing a team that Tulip says Quita having to reach because the team let the fans down. They did. They let the fans down. Machiavelli, you're right. There isn't much good to say about the Sky right now. However, I'm trying to I'll make it here. Let me make it subscriber only mode. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna make it subscriber only mode in just a second. All right. All right, when I make it subscriber only mode, then I'm gonna talk through all the negatives, of which there's a lot. Because again, guys, I watch the games, I peep the games, I see what's going on, and I will share my opinions on the games. Now, I don't hate the Sky, and I'm gonna give a similar preamble to what I did with the Caitlyn stuff I talked about, that I ended up releasing as a separate video earlier today. I'm gonna do a separate preamble because I think some people may not understand. So here's my preamble about the Chicago Sky. All right, now we are subscriber only mode. So in order to comment, you have to be a subscriber. Okay. All right. So here's my preamble. Guys, I am a Sky fan. I do like the Chicago Sky. However, as a Sky fan, as a neutral observer, actually, you don't even have to be a fan to say what I'm about to say because it's true, regardless of if you're a fan or not. Here's the deal. I like this team. I don't have anything personal against Tyler Marsh or any of the players who play on this team. I don't. Okay? Ultimately, I will support this team regardless. Ultimately, I will watch the games regardless. Ultimately, I will continue to pay them a lot of money every single year to watch their games and go to their games. Yes, I do like the Chicago Sky. I will support them. However, things have to be said. Okay? With that preamble, I don't hate anybody. I promise you, I don't hate anybody. I don't dislike anybody. Let's talk through stuff. Okay? Nothing personal with anything I'm about to say. All right. So, number one thing that is a huge issue for the Chicago Sky. Okay? While I would say rotations were slightly better today, there are still some huge glaring issues with the Chicago Sky. All right? Well, and you first take a look at that in the starting lineup. Kia Nurse is still starting for this team. Now, Kia Nurse, I will say, in the second half of the game, did play pretty decently, right? She did play pretty decently. She got a couple of assists, right, which is good. She ended up getting in the basket, getting to the basket, and getting some tough buckets to go. Positive, sure, that's good. However, here's the deal: Kia Nurse is not a starter in the WNBA. Kia Nurse is not a starter in the WNBA. I have nothing bad to say about Kia Nurse. She seems to be a cool person. She seems to be nice. She's Canadian. Sure. Lots of great stuff to say about Kia Nurse. However, Kia Nurse is not a starter in the WNBA. She's just not. Here's the deal. Last year, she started for the LA Sparks a little bit. How did that work out for them? Not great. Not great. Right? Kia Nurse is not a starter. Okay? She has not averaged over 10 points a game since 2020. Kia Nurse is someone who can come off the bench and knock down some threes. And that's primarily it, right? She's someone who, historically averages around 33, 35-ish% from the field. From the three, I should say. So, she's mainly a three-point shooter. Kia Nurse is a defensive liability. She's not a guard that has great court vision in terms of her ability to make some really good passes and whatnot, her ability to see the court and see what's going on and make the right decisions, right? That's not what she does. Okay? Kia Nurse is not a starter. At best, you have her in and shoot threes. And the thing that she is probably best at, which is shooting threes, she is shooting 9% from the three, guys, this year. 9%. So the reason why you even got her on this team was to knock down some threes. And she's not even knocking down threes. She is shooting abysmally from the three. Abysmally. And of those threes, she's shooting about 5 threes a game. About 5 threes a game. And she's averaging 9% from the three. Why is she starting? Why? Why is she starting? Again, nothing personal about Kia Nurse. She seems to be a cool person. Nothing personal. But what are we doing? Kia Nurse should not be starting. At all. At all. Okay? Now, yes, she does have a decent game today. She does. However, she should not be starting. she should. I mean, we can go down her whole stat line. She fouls quite often. She is, again, her court vision is not really there. Her shooting is terrible. This is the worst shooting from the field that Kia Nurse has had in her entire WNBA career. She's shooting 23% from the field overall. 23%. Her worst was in 2020 when she shot 27% from the field. Okay? So yeah, not great. Okay? So that's one thing. That's number one. Kia Nurse needs to be out of the starting lineup. Completely out. Out of the starting lineup. Have her come off the bench. Play some run plays for her. Have her run off screens or whatever when she comes in the game. See if her 3-point shot falls. If it doesn't, take her out. Try again the next game. In my opinion. Okay? So that's that. That is that. Next up. And also, if you all are wondering who I would have to take her place, I would have Rebecca Allen. Now, Rebecca Allen on most teams is not a starter either. However, she's the best that the Sky got. Rebecca Allen is the best that the Sky has to make some stuff happen. Overall, she's averaging 9 points a game, which is like actually pretty good. You know, she is also someone who can get to the rim and score. She's averaging around like 40-something% from the field this year. She is not the greatest of defenders, but I think she's better than Kia Nurse, I would say. But no, she's not the best defender ever. No, not at all. But, you know, I would say better than Kia. And if her shot isn't falling, she can do other stuff. She's not just a 3-point shooter. She could do other stuff if her shot isn't falling. And so, yeah, I would say that. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue on. Next up, okay, you can't spam the same thing 100 times. Say it once in the chat. Please say your piece once. And if you keep spamming the chat, you're going to get muted. Okay? But don't say the same thing in the chat 100 times, okay? Just say it once. Say it twice if you really feel it. But don't put it in the chat 5, 6, 7 times, okay? Thank you. Because you all, I want people to see what y'all got to say, okay? Anyway. Okay, that's number one. Kia Nurse should not be starting. Number one. Number two. I don't think that this version of Courtney Vandersloot is working. Now, do I think that Courtney Vandersloot should come off the bench? No. Because who else can be the starting point guard? You don't have anybody else. You don't have anybody else. But I will say that this version of Courtney Vandersloot is not working. I'm not sure what needs to be done. I'm not sure. But Courtney Vandersloot is being ineffective on the court. Ineffective. Courtney Vandersloot has historically been one of the best point guards in the W. One of the best point guards in the W. Courtney Vandersloot at one point was a MVP candidate. I remember how great of a player Courtney Vandersloot was. And this version of Courtney Vandersloot is just not effective, guys. It's just not. It's just not. She did, yes, Shamika. She did have a fan-freaking-tastic game against Minnesota in the preseason. And she was doing some stuff in the preseason. And so, honestly, I was riding high, and I was like, oh my goodness, Courtney Vandersloot is about to have a breakout year. She's about to be so great and blah, 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 blah. But once the season started, I don't know if like Courtney isn't getting enough sleep. I don't know what the deal is, but to me, there is a difference between Courtney Vandersloot now and Courtney Vandersloot in preseason. Now, you could say, of course, it's the difference. The competition got better. She's playing against people are giving their all because it's the regular season. Yes, I understand that. But even with that being said, this still is a different, more ineffective version of Courtney Vandersloot. The reason why you want Courtney Vandersloot on your team is because she can make other people better. And I just don't see it. I just don't see it. All right. So again, what can you do about it? To be honest with you, I don't know what you can do. Because the Sky don't have anybody. Who do you have that can play point guard? Sure, you got Haley, but one, Haley was hurt today. She was listed as questionable with a, I believe, ankle injury. So she didn't end up playing today. I don't even think she ended up dressing today. But yeah, that's something to note. And two, Haley's not ready. She's not. But you drafted her. So, you got her. But she's not ready. And Courtney isn't playing like she's supposed to be playing. And so your head of your snake, the one that's supposed to make everybody better and whatnot, is just, she's there. She's playing minutes. She's giving effort, but she just doesn't have it. She just doesn't. Right? She doesn't have it. The version of Courtney Vandersloot that was averaging, 8 or 9 assists a game and 10 plus points a game is not the Courtney Vandersloot we have right now. Right? Consistently, Courtney Vandersloot was amazing. This is the same person who averaged a double-double in assists in a year. In 2020, Courtney Vandersloot averaged 13.6 points a game, 10 assists per game. With a turnovers per game at 2.5. So good. And we head into this year and we see Courtney Vandersloot giving you more turnovers and less assists per game. Sure, did she score 11 points today? Yes, she did. Yes. And has she been a better three-point shooter than others on this team? Yes. However, is she the effective Courtney Vandersloot that we all know and love? No, she's not. No, she's not. Okay? So, talked about Key Nurse. Talked about Courtney Vandersloot. Now let's talk about Ariel Atkins. Ariel Atkins, the reason why the Chicago Sky traded a lot for her. Trade a lot. We lose number 3 pick. We lose a pick swap for next year and whatnot. Okay? We do that to get a perennial all-star, to get someone who can not only play defense, but someone who can be a great offensive player. All right? Last year, we saw Ariel Atkins average 14.9 points a game. 14.9 points a game. Shooting around 43% from the field. This year, Ariel Atkins is playing averaging 9.5 points a game, 35.7% from the field. Now, can you say, it's only 3 games in, it's not that big of a deal? Yes, that is true. That is true. However, the version of Ariel Atkins that we saw last year, and the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that, is not the same Ariel Atkins that we are seeing right now. Now, is some of that the offensive schemes? Actually, yes. I think quite a bit of, I would say overall, the issues that this team is having is on the schemes that they are playing. I don't think they work for these players. Right? I think I think we need to see a more involved Ariel Atkins. And I will say this. I do like that the first play of the game. The thing that I thought was very promising is this guy ended up running a play for Ariel Atkins, who ends up getting fouled on a 3-point shot. She goes to the free throw line, makes all 3 of her free throws. But like the idea of running a play straight up for Ariel Atkins, smart. And if the Sky, I think the Sky, all of Ariel Atkins' issues is not, I don't think all on her. I think some of that is her not being aggressive enough. Also, I just don't think they're running enough for her. I don't think they're running enough for her. So that's my thoughts there. Like, be more aggressive, but also let's be a little bit more. Let's run some plays for your best player, who is Ariel Atkins. Ariel Atkins is the best player on the team, and in my opinion, she's the best player on the team. And the fact that you're the best player in your team is not your leading scorer, and is only averaging around 9 points a game, is a problem to me. It's a problem. And the fact that the player that basically you traded away Ariel Atkins for Sonia Citron, basically. And you see what Sonia Citron is doing with the Washington Mystics, and you see what Ariel Atkins is doing for us. And seems like that's a negative trade. Not because Ariel Atkins isn't good. She is. She's still an elite defender, and she's still a bucket. However, you have to run plays for her. You have to get her involved early in the game. You got to. You got to make it happen. And today she was good. Today Ariel Atkins was doing her thing, right? 9 points for her, efficient, 50% from the field, 5 assists. She was getting foul happy, but she was trying her best. But you gotta run plays for her, and you can't just get the ball and everybody just stare. Like we saw plays being ran in that first half. And then it felt like they kind of went away from that, especially in the third quarter. They kind of went away from that. But like overall, run plays for your best player. Run plays for your best player. Get her involved early. She needs to be touching the ball. She needs to be scoring the ball early. Okay? Because right now, this looks like a bad trade. Right now, this looks like a very, very bad trade. But I know Ariel Atkins is a really good player. You have to unlock what she can do. Okay? All right. Now, let's move on. Let's move on to your post players. All right? So, Camila Cardoso, 6 for 9 in this game, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 fouls, almost got fouled out in this game. I will say this. Camila played better in today's game, but what we have seen in the first 2 games especially is a Camila that didn't play super strong. Now, Camila, she's a big body, right? 6'7" body. Big. So, she's going to get fouls called on her. Quite a bit. Right? But those fouls cannot hamper her ability. Those fouls cannot hamper her ability to be physical down low. Camila Cardoso is someone who I think is a very skilled player. She can be, if she wants to be aggressive enough. And there are sometimes, not necessarily in this game, but in some of the other games that I've seen of her this year, is that like she maybe tries hurry up and post up, and if she doesn't get the ball, she kind of walks away. And do the guards need to do a better job at getting her the ball? Yes, 100% yes. But also, does she need to do a better job of consistently giving her guards looks? Yes. But it's clear that the Sky are not using Camila Cardoso to the best of her abilities. They're just not. I think it's wild that Camila, again, 6'7", and yeah, she was efficient today. Yeah, she was. Right, 12 points again. 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Sure, efficient. But I just find it amazing that you have a very good guard that you bring in via trade. You have a 6'7" player down low who can play bully ball if she wants to, and you're not taking advantage. Okay, you're not taking advantage. Like, I think that's an issue. And then we get to Angel. Angel was more efficient today. I have to say, I have personally been very disappointed in Angel's play this year. I've been very disappointed. Now, in Athletes Unlimited, in Unrivaled, I thought that Angel had a slow start, but then really got in the groove and was looking very, very good. Her and Chelsea Gray was proving to be a fantastic 1-2 punch. Fan-freaking-tastic 1-2 punch. However, it seems clear to me that one, it's a difference, going from playing with Chelsea Gray to playing with the Sky. There's definitely a difference. Two, there's of course a difference between 3-on-3 and 5-on-5. Three, it took her a while for Unrivaled, and it seems like it's taking her a good while for this. I will say this: Angel she's always been inefficient at the rim. Like, that's not a new thing, right? And again, for those who had just tuned in, I don't hate Angel. I don't. I like her a lot. I think she's a great player, and has a lot of potential. But yeah, anyway, Angel has been thoroughly inefficient. She has, in my opinion, not been as focused in those first 2 games of the year. Now, today, a whole lot better from Angel today. But the first 2 games, first game, really, really, really not good against the Indiana Fever. Where, she scores, of course. She, of course, gets rebounds, but, she's inefficient, right? On that first game against the Indiana Fever, she had 12 points, 17 rebounds, shot 35% from the field. So, not great. And then she follows that up at home, in the home opener, where she proceeds to score 2 points, 12 rebounds, and goes 0 for 8 from the field. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. It seemed like she was just throwing, like, she just didn't have it. Like, I don't know if it's like all the media stuff that has gotten to her, or what. I don't know what it was, but that game on Thursday was the worst game I've ever seen from Angel Reese. That was the worst game by far I've ever seen from her. And so it was a question mark of, okay, is Angel really the starter for this team? Like, should she really be starting? Should she really be getting as many minutes as she's getting? However, I gotta say this, guys. In today's game, I thought Angel played well. I did. I thought Angel played well in today's game, because it's not all about points for me. It's not. It's about impact. And I thought Angel did a good job impacting today's game. I did, right? I do think she did a better job impacting the game, and did enough to be like, okay, well, maybe, hopefully that was just a blip from you. Maybe that was a blip from you. Stephanie says, maybe taking a toll on her mental. Sometimes people forget she's human. Yeah, facts. I mean, that could absolutely be it. That could absolutely be it. That could. But I guess maybe the days that she had between Thursday and today, Angel was the best Sky player on the court today. She was. And, I don't really have much negative to say about Angel today because she played well. Now, does Angel still need to work on making her shot the first time? Yes. 100% she does. 100%. Make the layup on the first try. Do she get fouled on those shots? Yes. But you still got to make it. You still have to make it. And she still missed some shots today. Now, nowhere near as abysmal and as horrible as she was on Thursday. Now, again, Thursday, worst game I've ever seen. That was pathetic how bad she shot on Thursday. And her overall focus on Thursday. 100% terrible. But today, it was better. It was better. Thank you so much, Jim, for the super chat. Says, love your channel. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you. Douglas says, what's everyone think? Thank you so much for the super chat, Douglas. Says, what's everyone think about WNBA scheduling? 4 games today. 3 started at the same time. Strange way to get TV viewers. Well, the other games were not on TV. They were on local TV, and they're available on WNBA League Pass, but I don't believe they're on national TV. What you'll see is that besides Friday, you won't see a ton of games on national TV at the same time. Now, do you see that sometimes? Yes, especially on Fridays. You'll see that with Ion. But for the most part, you see local games that are also available on League Pass at the same time. Now, I'm not upset with the league about their scheduling. The reason why is because they're literally cramming 44 games per team in the summer. So it's not a lot of time. That is not a lot of time to have a bunch of games. So I don't fault the league or Kathy Engelbert for any of that. I don't think that's an issue, in my opinion. Because it's just a sheer amount of games in a short amount of time. So the scheduling is going to be how the scheduling is. Because games that happen at the same time typically are League Pass only games that are available to in the local area, but is not available nationally besides League Pass. Okay. So yeah. Besides Friday. On Friday, Ion does that. They have games at the same time and it's national. But besides Ion, that typically doesn't happen. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. So again, let's see. Purple says, what stats are you reviewing? Quita game 1 and today are what's expected from Angel. When Angel is distributing better than the guards, we have an issue. Well, what I'm talking about, again, when I am talking about Angel, I'm not talking about total points and I'm not talking about total rebounds. Okay? Because number one, Angel won't get her rebounds, and that's not an issue. Not an issue. That's not what I'm talking about. When I talk about Angel, I am largely looking at her efficiency and how she just overall looks on the court. Right? And yeah, sure. In that first game, yeah, she had 12 points, 17 rebounds, but she shot 35% from the field and missed quite a few makeable shots. So to me, I want Angel more in that 45 plus percentile in terms of field goal percentage. Right? I want to see Angel more of not just someone who can make a layup, but also someone who can facilitate and make an impact that way. And that's what I saw today. That's why I said that her game today, I ain't got no qualms about it. Because today she was more efficient. Now, again, does she still need to make those shots off the first attempt? Yes. She still has to work on that. But I do like that it was not more than one miss, right? Also, I do like her ability to pass. However, However, Angel had 4 assists today. Nice. Great job passing that basketball, making stuff happen. But, she had 4 turnovers. So to me, those cancel each other out. So really nice job passing that basketball, Angel. But also, you turned over the ball 4 times. And to me, when you're looking at assists, you also have to look at turnovers, and they wash out. They wash out. So, like, yes. You know, she did do a good job passing today. And also, she got to get her turnovers in order. Okay? She had 5 turnovers against Indiana. She had 5 turnovers against New York. 4 turnovers today. She has to get that in order. Has to get that in order. Okay? Have to. Goro says, yeah, the turnovers were not great. Not all were her fault. Correct. I mean, and that's the thing that you know, we see a lot, right? Not all turnovers are your fault, even though they're accredited to you. Right? So yeah, sure. Not all were your fault, but most of them were. A decent amount were. So, you know. Again, that's something that you have to get together. Shamika says, no buts. Angel was the best player on the Sky. Today, yes, Angel was the best player on the Sky. In general, no. In general, the best player on the Sky is Ariel Atkins. But today, yes, Angel did play the best. She did. She did. 13 points, 12 rebounds. She shot, 45% from the field. Again, better. Not where you need to be, but better. Better. Okay? So, yeah. Anyway. The overall scheme, offensive scheme for this team needs to be improved. You need to bench Kia Nurse, have her come off the bench, start Beck Allen, and Rachel Banham, when she comes in the game, run her off a whole bunch of screens, get her open for a 3. And run plays for Ariel Atkins. Ariel Atkins should not be attempting 6 field goals in a game. That's ridiculous. Ariel Atkins needs to be at least attempting 10 or more field goals a game for Ariel Atkins. That should be the target. 10 or more field goals a game. Okay? Actually run plays for your best player, who is Ariel Atkins. Actually run plays for Camila Cardoso. And do the pick and roll more. We saw the pick and roll quite a bit in that first half, and they kind of went away from it. Yes, LA was hedging on those pick and roll actions. However, I want to see that more, where either Angel or Camila is setting a screen for the guard with the basketball. That has to be a thing that you do more. That has to be a thing. Damon says they need a go-to scorer. If you're depending on Reese to be the leading scorer, it will always be a problem. Yeah, in my opinion, Angel should not be the leading scorer for this team. Absolutely not. It should be Ariel Atkins. And Ariel Atkins is supposed to be the go-to player. That's why you traded for. It says I would not start Beck Allen. Who would you start? I mean, I don't think the Sky should start Kia Nurse anymore. Rachel Banham, they can't start Rachel Banham. I mean, because 1, Rachel Banham's shorter. 2, I wouldn't start her. So I would say Beck Allen. I mean, I don't know who else you can start besides Beck Allen for Kia Nurse. The rest of the starters, I don't think you can't do anything with Courtney Vandersloot. I mean, I don't think you can put Camilla or Angel on the bench to start the game. Because yes, E-Will did give some really good minutes in this game. I think E-Will's starting days are behind them. are behind her. I do. It me says Bantam has your highest field goal percentage. Well, I mean, sure, but does that mean she should start? At least I don't think so. I don't think that means she should start. Yeah, Rachel Bantam is shooting 53% from the field. And she's shooting 53% from the three. So yeah, she is someone who can score in bunches. I don't think she's a starter. I think she's someone who comes off the bench and gives you a spark. To me, I think that's what she is. I don't think she's a starter though, because I think if she started, those that percentage would go down. I think that percentage would go down if she started, personally. So I think Tyler Marsh has a lot of work to do. No, Tyler Marsh should not get fired. No, it's still early. We still have a lot of time. This is not all is not terrible. All is not over. However, I think this guy has some glaring issues, and I really do think they have to work through it. Bench Kia Nurse, start Beck Allen, run plays for your best player, who is Ariel Atkins. Get Angel and Camilla involved in that pick and roll action, specifically Angel, and then actually run plays to get the ball down low to Camilla. And Camilla, be aggressive. Be aggressive from the get-go. If you get fouled, whatever. Get fouled. If you get fouled out, whatever. You got E-Will on the bench. Okay? And Angel, keep your focus. Play like you did today. Today you played well. All right? Keep your focus. Keep your head. And look at the basket when you are going for a layup. Yes, you are getting fouled sometimes. You are. However, the referees are not going to call it. You have to make your shots. Focus and make them. So again, play like you played today. Play like you played today. And please, 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 Courtney Vandersloot, Tyler Marsh, can we please run some real plays? Not just run plays where you pass it to someone and they try to go ISO or whatever. Run real plays with off-ball movement. That is something that we don't see that much with the Chicago side. And we see it a lot with all these other teams. We see a lot of off-ball movement. And we did see some of that today. I believe we saw more of that today in today's game, off-ball movement. But we need to see more of it. More off-ball movement for this team. And that's going to make a lot of awesome stuff happen. So, again, more aggression, actual plays, getting it to someone who you know can score, because right now, you know your scorers. Run plays for them, give them the basketball, make it happen, and go for it. Okay? So that's my thoughts there. That's my thoughts. So again, I don't dislike anybody. I'm gonna say it again because again, there's probably some new people who may still be like, oh, see, I knew she thought that or whatever. Anyway, that's my thoughts. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments below. Ultimately, this guy Tay Boogie, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, do you think a double big pick and roll can work? I'd be open to see it. I'd be open to see it. I would. I'd be open to see it. Nadia says, we need off-ball movement to get Atkins more involved and to get easier looks. Yes, run some plays and make wide open threes. Facts. Nadia with the truth bomb. Boom. Yes. All right. Anyway. Anyway. That's it. I don't have nothing else to say. That's the stream. I said my piece. And again, remember, guys. A thing to remember, guys, is that we can indeed talk about players, and we can indeed be critical of players and coaches and teams and all that stuff without being disrespectful. And I try my best to wade that line of being, truthful, critical, but also not disrespectful. But I try my best. Am I perfect? No. But I try to wade that water well. But anyway, what do y'all think about what happened today? What do y'all think about the game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, guys, I thank you all so much for rocking with me. Thank you. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you all enjoy rocking with the awesome people of the internet. Okay? Y'all have a great day, and I will see y'all in the next one. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.